do that, you go to the box, you know, 2 minutes by yourself, and you feel shame, you know, and then you get free.
Of course, no one wants to feel shame when they're in the penalty box. The scary thing is that I think if I look through my closet, I might have a sport coat exactly like Jim Carr did in his interview of Denny Lemieux back in Slapshot. Wings enter tonight's game with the most points in the NHL right now. They're going up against a Vancouver team that is 3-7-1 since January 2nd at home. They've got to get that turned around. That's it for the pregame show. I'm John Keating. The game's next.
Ernie, get some sleep. Turn off the TV.
Hell no. I'm waiting for the Laker highlights. We're late for work.
Being a bandwagon fan, Ernie was forced to stay up late waiting for scores and highlights of his favorite teams. So Ernie was always tired the next day, and poor Fred paid the price.
Wake up, Ernie. Wake up.
So while Fred has no choice but to put up with teams he doesn't care about, thankfully, you do.
Todd Santos has turned his entire life over to the TV audience.
Cameras follow me 24/7?
Whoa. Get out of my bathroom.
His every move, every moment, every decision is being voted on by you.
What did I get myself into?
Every Wednesday night.
Do I have any privacy at all?
You decide, you call, he obeys.
I'm supposed to do what now?
From the producers of Fear Factor, Todd TV, Wednesday at 10, only on FX.
Totally NASCAR, the only source that puts the racing fan in tune with what's happening on and around the track. With expert analysis, racing insights, and the latest reports from the winner's circle. Your all-access pass to everything that is NASCAR. Totally NASCAR. Weeknights on Fox Sports Net.
Where Detroit fans come first.
Fox Sports Net.
There's only 4 people who know we took that money. We'll stick to the plan.
This is my job.
Not yet.
I will not let you do this to me.
You and me are gonna play some run and gun.
You're out of your damn mind.
Run.
The Shield, an all-new season. Premieres Tuesday, March 9th at 10. Only on FX.
Well, we had a hankering for some hockey.
Red Wings Weekly. Host John Keating takes you inside the world of the Red Wings to learn more about Hockey Town's heroes.
I like that idea, too.
Saturdays at 11 a.m., only on Fox Sports Net.
For the last month, the Red Wings have been on a roll, losing just once in 11 games. Detroit's diversified offense has maintained the team through a time that has featured 3 goaltenders working the net. The Western road trip got off to a good start last time, Lidstrom scoring in the nick of time for a tie in Edmonton. But Detroit remembers Vancouver spanked the Wings their first trip in 5-1. And now Mark Crawford's crew an angry bunch, having lost the last 3 at GM Place. There's Manny Legacy back in goal tonight. You know what? He's a former Vancouver Canuck, but didn't play any games here, but he'll play the first of 3 in a row this week for the Red Wings. Facing Trevor Linden in his 900th career game tonight, but for 6 games he's gone without a point. But his next will be a milestone, giving him the most in Vancouver Canucks history. Third of 4 meetings here this season. They'll meet again 11 nights from now. We bring you the game tonight from GM Place in Vancouver. Hello again, everybody. Ken Daniels alongside Larry Murphy. Going back a couple of seasons, the Red Wings have lost just once in the 25 games in which Nick Lidstrom has scored a goal, and boy, didn't he get a big one last night in a tie in Edmonton.
Well, Nick came up huge in Edmonton, lugged a lot of ice time, 32.5 minutes. Could be an issue tonight, back-to-back game. But right here, down 1-0 in the third period, took this Steve Yzerman pass across the middle. Got control of the puck. Excellent play. Squares up to the net. It's still on its edge, but manages to find the top corner. Nick Lidstrom has done that throughout his career.
Tonight, Nick Lidstrom in part will be facing Todd Bertuzzi, but Dave Lewis will also go with Yuri Fisher back there too. The thing is with Todd Bertuzzi, he should be leading this team, but he's taken a lot of heat here in the papers in Vancouver.
Well, this morning's paper, front page of the sports section, the article was splashed all over it about how Todd Bertuzzi was underachieving here in Vancouver. He's a big man, 245 pounds. He crashes the net. Well, he hasn't been doing that of late. It'll be interesting to see tonight. Does that relight his fire? They need him to be on top of his game. Leading scorer Marcus Naslund is out of the picture now with the injury concussion. Naslund right here working with Bertuzzi. He's got a sweet touch also for a big man.
Well, last year, you think about it, Bertuzzi had 26 power play goals. Marcus Naslund had 24. Between them this season, they have just 13, and that's a big drop-off for the Vancouver Canucks. They have the best penalty killing in the NHL, but their power play has slumped a lot.
Yes, it has been an issue for them. They're spending a lot of time on it, but without Naslund, the upside doesn't look too strong. They have been off Bertuzzi. That's where his production has really fallen off, but he can give them a lot in a lot of other areas, though.
Hey, they talk about Naslund being out. How about Ed Jovanovski being out? That hurts, too. And Brendan Morrison, he's got different line mates. The former Wolverine has. Just one goal, though, his past 13 home games. He has to pick it up, too.
So powerful, you'll have to work hard to make winter driving a challenge. The trail-rated Jeep Grand Cherokee. Now get 0% financing plus a $2,750 cash allowance. Or qualified returning Daimler Chrysler employee lessees can get a Grand Cherokee Laredo for $239 a month. So see your Chrysler and Jeep superstores for this $239 a month Grand Cherokee.
The Michigan Regional Council of Carpenters and Millwrights and their contractor employers work to shape the skyline of Michigan. Contractors depend on union carpenters and millwrights for their skill and dedication. In return, employers can count on a job completed on time and on budget. A shared commitment to quality and safety on every job site has resulted in better cities, better schools, and stronger neighborhoods. For new development that will become the landmarks of tomorrow, Michigan can continue to count on the partnership between union contractors and the Michigan Regional Council of Carpenters and Millwrights.
What makes Bell Tire people happy?
Great relationships.
I know about a lot of things, but tires and auto service, I've had experiences that really turned me off. But a friend turned me on to Bell Tire. They're friendly, helpful, and more than just tires.
I also bring my car here for service, and they do a great job. They make me feel comfortable, and I love out-the-door pricing. I always get a good deal, no hidden extras.
Trust me, we'll make you happy you came in.
That's a promise.
Bell Tire. Well, you came here to escape civilization. Your cell phones won't work here, and most importantly at all, we're all gonna die!
From the warped minds who brought you Super Troopers, Broken Lizards Club Dread, rated R.
Starts Friday.
If you're getting married, we'll rent you a tuxedo for as little as $50, which is pretty good, considering her dress probably costs as much as your car.
Rent 4 tuxedos, and the groom's is free.
You're gonna like the way you look. I guarantee it.
Hey! What are you doing up? Why are you looking at me like that? You don't think this is mine, do you? It's Rick's. You know, he loves flavor. He's Mr. Cold Filtered. He's into smoothness. Okay, here's the thing. I have a chance to be really happy with my beer, and I'm taking it. I'm just a man.
Fox Sports Net presents CCHA Hockey. The Wildcats go bowling for a victory against the Falcons to improve their chances for home ice in the CCHA playoffs. Northern Michigan, Bowling Green. Saturday at 7:30 on Fox Sports Net.
Detroit Red Wings hockey on Fox Sports Net, brought to you by Dodge. You can take life as it comes, or you can grab it by the horns. Dodge. By Bell Tire, trust us will make you happy you came in. That's a promise. By your Chrysler and Jeep Superstores. And by Miller Brewing, there's good enough and there's better than it has to be. Miller, good call.
A terrific view of one of the best places on earth, Vancouver, British Columbia, where the Red Wings are getting set to take on the Canucks tonight. John Keating back downstairs. A very busy day in the NHL. A couple of NHL head coaches are both given their walking papers. Joel Quenneville in St. Louis, he got whacked. He'll be replaced by Mike Kitchen. Bobby Francis in Phoenix, he got whacked. He'll be replaced by Rick Bowness. So a couple of teams that are trying to solidify themselves for the playoffs not that far away, making some big noise today. Upstairs we go to Ken and Murph.
Aren't we glad we've got these jobs, John? You're just hired to be fired if you're a National Hockey League coach. Hello again, everybody. First of 2 meetings over the next 11 nights. Next one to Joe, the 5th of March. Our starting goaltenders tonight are brought to you by your Chrysler Jeep Superstores. And for the Red Wings, there's Manny Legacy, put on waivers by Vancouver when the Wings reacquired him in October of '99. Red Wings glad they have him. You see his record versus the Canucks, and there's the record for Dan Cloutier against the Red Wings. 5-5 in his career, third start against Detroit this season, appearing in his 46th game. For the second straight night, Bill McCreary, the referee, switches partners tonight. He's got Dan O'Halloran with him. Lonnie Cameron and Brad Lazarowicz are on the lines. Each team has won at home this season. The Wings, the top seed in the West, by a point on Colorado. Colorado at Calgary tonight. The Canucks sit fourth, 5 points back of Colorado. And Calgary will be the next opponent for the Red Wings. We'll have it for you here on Thursday. Starting up front for the Red Wings tonight, Chris Draper, Darren McCarty, along with Steve Thomas. Vancouver countering with Trevor Linden, along with Tyler Bout and Brandon Reed, who was just called up from Manitoba of the American Hockey League, as Yuri Fisher sends it deep. Fisher on defense with Chelios. A hit put on there is Nolan Baumgartner. Bumped McCarty, who centered one. Malik knocked it down for Reed. And it's cleared by Vancouver to center. Reed scored 4 goals in the weekend, and that's a big reason why he was called up by Vancouver. We get our first stop in this game 27 seconds in, Larry.
Well, Detroit back-to-back games. Dave Lewis, optional skate this morning for the team. Happy overall with the work they put in Edmonton. A little disappointed with the power play. Had 5 opportunities. Thought that could be the difference. I'm sure we're going to see a little more focus, a little more determination when they do get the man advantage. Can be the difference of a tie or a win, or a defeat for that matter.
Power play that's been very good. That'll go up against the #1 penalty killing unit in the NHL, the Vancouver Canucks. Legacy turned it in behind. Bertuzzi there to steal the puck as Legacy's bumped with May, who looks to be hurt. May gets up, collects himself as Datsuk carries out for Detroit and drops it back for Nicholas Lidstrom. With the tying goal against his friend Salo, feeds Datsuk left side and sent it high over the glove of Cloutier. Hull in front of the goal. Datsuk to get it to Hull, firing. Oh, and it was a half shot, half pass as Whitney was there at the side of the goal. Datsuk to Hull, Datsuk the shot, and a save by Cloutier. And it's cleared by Mike Keane, not out of the zone, as the Red Wings peppering Cloutier early on. And Vancouver clears. Keane goes after it. Legacy out of the goal. He'll sweep it around for Steve Yzerman. Yzerman bumped there in the corner by 22, Daniel Sedin. Out there with 33, twin brother Henrik, along with number 9, Keane. And back into the Canucks end, Sammy Salo to get it. Keane goes to the bench. Brian Allen plays at the center ice. Allen's the one who broke the back of the leg of Henrik Zetterberg and put him out of action. And incidental contact with Darian Hatcher, 3rd game of the year, to put Hatcher out too. Sent in, Cloutier knocked it to the corner, and the aforementioned Brian Allen is there. And he'll clear it back into Red Wing territory. A rolling puck will have enough steam to get over for icing as Chelios makes the touch.
Oh, Mark Crawford playing with a short deck, namely Marcus Naslund out of the lineup. Makes it very difficult. A player like Naslund can win games single-handedly. And without him, putting a little more pressure on the guys left in the lineup. Ed Jovanowski, the defenseman, boy,
that's a huge loss.
It was a huge loss for them. Real character type of guy, brings a lot of motion to the game, likes to carry the puck.
And Marcus Naslund really about a week away probably. They're going to be very cautious with it. He skated lightly this morning. Ed Jovanovski, they thought would be back, but he's another 3 weeks away with a separated shoulder. Lindgren's a quality guy too. Arvidsson, big loss, so Canucks undermanned, but still in the thick of this race. Ruutu in, Chabarov dropped back and sent high by Nolan Baumgartner, the defenseman who joined the rush. Yzerman had his pass partially picked off, but Rivers carried on. Knocked down by 13, Chabarov back into the Red Wing zone, Rivers. He's hit hard. And Jarkko Ruutu got a piece of him, the older brother to Tuomo Ruutu of the Chicago Blackhawks. And Jarkko is a big disturber. Shanahan picks it up. And offside at the line as Thomas Holmstrom's skates were in ahead of the play. And there's a guy, Larry, the Red Wings would love to get scored.
1 goal in the last 20. Not up to his pace, of course. And against Edmonton, one was called back. Thomas Holmstrom getting an interference penalty when he scored. But Shanahan, Ken, somebody where you look, when you're looking for more punch offensively, that's the first guy that the Red Wings are looking for to pick it up.
And here he has a chance on the left side. The shot saved by Cloutier. Grab back of the goal. Salo. Met there by Holmstrom. Shanahan all alone, and he just couldn't move it out in front of the goal off a great feed from Zetterberg. As the Red Wings have had some terrific chances in and around Cloutier. Lidstrom across for Matthew Schneider. Back for Nicholas Lidstrom. His lead pass, Zetterberg pushed at the line on the offside, so the face-off will come back to where the pass originated.
Well, we mentioned Brendan Shanahan, but there's a few on the list. Production hasn't been of normal pace, and that bodes well for a team to continue to win first in the conference and the league. They're going to eventually lap. You know, it's a game of numbers. You never score on a regular pace, of course.
The thing you do see about Zetterberg, though, he has the assists, so he does have 12 points in 10 games, just not the goal production.
Both him and Datsuk played extremely well in Edmonton, I thought.
Datsuk had an opportunity. He's got it again behind the goal. Datsuk back to the line. Chelios fires. Oh, good stop by Cloutier. Through a crowd, and Bertuzzi lifting it to center. Bertuzzi out there with Morrison and May, and Mark Crawford's really had to juggle these lines as Hull tips it to keep it alive as the Red Wings want to change. Mark Crawford's had to mix up his units. He's had Hull with the Sedin, or Bertuzzi rather, with the Sedin twins at times, and he's had to mix it up trying to get Bertuzzi going, and he hasn't had the production that they thought he would, but he is our Taco Bell scouting report tonight. The big man, the 29-year-old, this year 54 points, and they expect more than that, and certainly more than the 17 goals from Todd Bertuzzi.
Well, you touched on about playing with different lines. One of the reasons to try to get him going, but also it's tougher for the opposition. They're definitely queuing on him tonight, the Red Wings, for matchups. So playing with the different players, give him a different look. It's very difficult when somebody double shifts in order to try to cover him.
Well, who would have thought at this point in the season? Todd Bertuzzi, 17 goals. Chris Draper, 23. And Todd Bertuzzi tried to shake things up after the All-Star game. He went with a mohawk haircut, then shaved his head. Remember, he used to have the longer hair? Well, he's trying to change it up, change his luck, try to get anything going if they can. And as you mentioned off the top, Larry, he's taken a lot of heat in the papers here in Vancouver. Whether he shouldn't be a leadership by committee with Naslund out, but he himself should take more of a leadership role on this team.
Well, Brian Burke pointed out there's high expectation in this city now for the Canucks, and they haven't lived up to it of late. February has been a horrible month for them.
And they've struggled here at GM Place, losing 3 in a row here at home. Knocked down. Moved ahead for Fedorov. He's got a great shot. That's Sergei's brother, Fedor Fedorov. Number 18, switched from number 81. The Canucks didn't want him having a high number. He goes to the bench. Dandenault there to pick it up. Back for Shanahan, lifted to center for Holmstrom. Turned back by Henrik Sedin. Jiri Fischer with a lead pass, a good one to Zetterberg. Salo cleared it away. Fischer held it in. Ruutu went to play it to center ice. Chelios gets it behind the goal. And again, the Bluebirds. They love to get on Chelios here in Vancouver, even more than in Chicago. Here's Zetterberg, and Cloutier stopped that. Zetterberg run into the end boards by his countryman, Matthias Olin, number 2. Holmstrom tied up by Brent Sopel. One of 5 players Brian Burke inherited on this club when he took over. Fisher shot high and over top of their goal. Sopel got it ahead for number 10, Brad May. His shot hit Chelios, rebounds into Reed. Oh, good save by Manny Legacy on Brandon Reed. Thought he could get him going the other way. And the rookie Reed with a good opportunity. Malik, his shot blocked in front of the goal. Trevor Linden out there with Morrison. Here's Malik firing, and Legacy's got it. And he will hang on. Just what you'd expect from a Canuck Red Wing game, a good pace to start.
The trail-rated Jeep Liberty with available heated seats. They sure do come in handy. Announcing Zero Plus. Get 0% financing plus a $2,000 cash allowance. Or qualified returning Daimler Chrysler employee lessees can get a Jeep Liberty Sport for just $199 a month. See your Chrysler and Jeep superstores today to get a Jeep Liberty for only $199 a month.
Hanging with my boys, no one to bother us. None of that noise. Lady Luck's on my side, I'm about to take the fellas for a ride. A little bluff here and a few white lies. You do what you got to take home the prize. Suckers.
Looking for a sure thing? Head to McDonald's for the crispy and spicy Mighty Wings or the famous double quarter pounder with cheese. Add a Coke and those fries you crave to make it a meal.
Does that look like Sergei Fedorov or what? There's brother Fedor, who's really filled out, 6'3", 230 pounds. The only problem was when he came to training camp, he was the worst conditioned athlete on the entire training camp roster. And the Canucks were upset by that. Here's a young kid trying to make a team. You got to come in better shape than that. Bertuzzi off the draw. Shot is knocked down, but you saw earlier when Fedorov had that shot on Legacy. He's got a terrific shot and plenty of skill.
There's tremendous potential there. That's why he's still here, even though he did show up to camp out of shape. They're very disappointed with him, but still, if he puts it together, he can be a high-impact player.
Right.
This is his second stint here now. And hopefully he'll do a little more than what he did last time, but nice play. Used his speed, backed off the D, got a shot on net. And tremendous tools, and seems to have that easy skating stride with, like Sergei did.
The only thing they say you have to do better is learn how to dish the puck. Go and get it back and learn
blinders.
The blinders.
Knock the blinders off.
Get the blinders off. That's Mark Crawford's biggest beef about him. Get the blinders off. Give up the puck. You'll get it back. And that's been Brett Hull's attitude and why he scored so many goals. You pass the puck to get it back.
Guys that do succeed are the ones that play well with some other players. This league, you're not going to do very well trying to go end-to-end with the puck. You got to play with your men.
They're set to drop it in now. Dan O'Halloran says we're ready to go, and on the face-off, Draper goes to the corner to get it out with Thomas and McCarty. So we're seeing some different lines tonight for Dave Lewis. We saw plenty of changes last night. Jamie Rivers didn't play for the most part on the fence, so it changed the defensive units. That was just a coaching decision last night.
And Dave Lewis wanted to get things going, tried to shorten his bench up on the defense. Basically, no positive, no reason because of Rivers' play. He just thought, well, we'll just go with the top 5.
Daniel Sedin didn't touch that puck, or it would have been offside. Now the play's okay. Henrik Sedin, 33, back there battling. Into the corner goes Keane. Mike Keane, the veteran, the native of Winnipeg. Steve Thomas moved it to McCarty. Caught it like a wide receiver and carries on and shoots it in and goes to the bench for a change. Thomas moving in behind the goal. He's bumped back there. Owen picked it up for Tyler Bout, another energy guy. Out there now with Morrison. So again, we'll see a lot of different combos from both these coaches here tonight. Will this be icing? Will Olin get there first? Yes, he will. And the face-off coming back into the Red Wing zone. College hockey's fiercest rivalry renewed Saturday, March 6th at the Joe when the Spartans take on the Wolverines. Tickets still available at the Joe Louis Arena box office. All Ticketmaster outlets online at collegehockey@thejoe.com or call 313-396-7575 as you look at former Wolverine Brendan Morrison, former Hobey Baker winner and the man who scored the big goal to get Michigan their first NCAA title in 32 years. Brendan Morrison, and the Canucks would love to see him scoring a little bit more than he has this season. Back behind the goal for Olin. Up for Tyler Bauke, missed it. Bounces down wide of Legacy, and Chelios touches that, so the faceoff will come back into the Vancouver zone.
Brendan Morrison, as you point out, actually an Ironman of sort. He's got a streak of 328 games. Plays real solid down the middle. Not a lot of flash to his game, but as you pointed out about Fedor Fedorov's problem of not playing with other players, well, he excels at it, and he really utilizes Naslund when he's in the lineup and Bertuzzi.
Fisher moving one for Hull. Back for Datsuk. Out there along with Ray Whitney. Whitney's going. Datsuk tried to hit him. It was knocked down at the line. Datsuk got it back for Whitney. Whitney's got that sore left leg after blocking a shot last night in the Edmonton game. He looks more fluid on the ice than he does walking when he's hobbling.
Amazing what a little adrenaline will do for you.
Whitney goes in after it. And this will be icing again as Brian Allen got there first. And Ray Whitney is just 2 goals in his last 16 games, but 4 points his past couple.
Assist last night in Edmonton, involved in McLitchram's game-tying goal. Actually played over 20 minutes in Edmonton, which is something rare for him. Dave Lewis felt he played an excellent game, just kept putting him out there.
On the draw, good stop. Now Shanahan had to come in and take that face-off, lost the draw on Legacy with a good save. Zetterberg bringing it to the Canuck line, shot is blocked. Zetterberg in the corner, turning there on Sopel. Pushes him, Zetterberg stayed with it. Holmstrom second man in, gets the puck knocked down. Holmstrom to the front of the goal, and Cloutier gets that big trapper down with Shanahan there, and he'll hang on for a faceoff.
Well, Thomas Holmstrom, if there's any daylight towards the net, you know he's heading in that direction. It's somebody that's carved out a career by banging out in front of the net. Thomas Holmstrom's very smart, plays within his ability. And actually he's had a nice scoring touch, almost shooting at 20% success rate, but he doesn't usually let it go unless he's right on top of the goalie.
Holmstrom going to the corner with Olin. Trevor Linden was in there too. Route 2 with Chabarov and Linden. Gandino back for the Red Wings in defense with Rivers. Linden hustling down there, his 900th career game tonight for Trevor Linden. And as we mentioned off the top, needs 1 point to pass Stan Smeal for first all-time points leader on the Vancouver Canucks. And he's gone 6 games without a point as Trevor Linden. Lead feed to center ice. It was intended for Eisen, and Schneider tipped it first. Canucks change on the fly. Linden back to Merrick Malik. Ahead for Henrik Sedin. Malik poked it ahead to Daniel Sedin. To Bertuzzi, who's back with the Twins now. Daniel Sedin got it again. Back to Baumgartner. And Manny Legacy will grab that and hang on. 3 seconds past the halfway point here in the first period. Still looking for our first goal on Fox Sports Net.
So powerful, you'll have to work hard to make winter driving a challenge. The trail-rated Jeep Grand Cherokee. Now get 0% financing plus a $2,750 cash allowance. Or qualified returning Daimler Chrysler employee lessees can get a Grand Cherokee Laredo for $239 a month. So see your Chrysler and Jeep superstores for this $239 a month Grand Cherokee.
This week on the best damn sports show, period. Hall of Fame running back Eric Dickerson sits in all week long. College basketball insider Seth Davis gets us ready for the madness. Plus, film critic Richard Roper will break down the Oscar races and tell us who's going to take home the most statues. And African-American athletes who've made a difference.
Muhammad Ali was the most powerful influence in my career and in my life as a striving young athlete.
This week at 11.
This is the talk about Todd Bertuzzi. They want him to go to the front of the net. It's this area right here. You'll see he skates right through instead of staying there. The shot comes to the net. Bertuzzi is in the corner.
Nice drawing, Larry.
Circles. I can do squares.
That's good. No, but that was a good point. He's used to seeing Todd Bertuzzi. That's why he had 97 points last year.
That's where the goals are.
Right. And
right in front of the goalies.
Yep. He had 46 goals, and the numbers are way down. Yzerman. And Draper in ahead of the play offside as Yzerman's back with Draper and Maltby now. And they'll make a change here.
Steve Yzerman still playing with the shield. Extremely difficult to see the puck in your feet. You have to bend your head much more. That takes time. In this game, a game of split seconds, you'll have to look down that much farther, bend your head that much farther. Costs you time and a potential good play.
Daniel Sedin tried to get to the net, and Legacy hangs on as Chelios angled him away, and the Sedins have put up good numbers. Daniel and Henrik take a lot of heat, Larry, but they put up good numbers.
Well, they have, after a poor start this season, they have come on after Christmas. Marcus Naslund has been the biggest point getter, and the Sedin brothers have actually a 2 and 3. So confidence right there, trying Chris Chelios on a one-on-one. Their play has definitely improved. This their 4th season in the National Hockey League.
Yeah, since Christmas, the Sedins have 25 points apiece, and those are pretty good numbers. Here's Datsuk, hooked there by Matthias Olin.
Well, it doesn't put him in the class of Brett Hall, but still, it's moving in the right direction. In a few years, it takes young players to develop into the type of player they're going to be, so they're moving in the right direction.
Well, they've got 25 points apiece since Christmas, the Sedin twins. Brendan Morrison has 14, Bertuzzi has 19. So
maybe this is the beginning.
Maybe. Here's Chabarov. Pair of 13s moved it away from Datsuk, but look at Datsuk recover. Ruutu holding it in. Ruutu out there with Fedorov. Rivers cleared it away to the point. Shot went wide of Legacy. Brett Hull tried to golf one past Brian Allen. Ruutu back of the goal, tied up by Rivers. Marco Ruutu very strong in the puck, then lost it to Hull, who played it back. Dropped off Datsuk, lifts one high into Canuck territory, and a bouncing puck settled by Brian Allen. In his 2nd season, former 4th overall pick in '98 of Vancouver, gets one into the Red Wing zone. Nicholas Lidstrom back of the goal. McCarty tied up Daniel Sedin. And Matthew Danino lifted it ahead. Steve Thomas couldn't get through. Merrick Malik back to get it. Thomas there to intercept. Steve Thomas turning. He's squeezed there. He can't get by. Baumgartner and a good hold on him and a good defensive posture. Here's Bertuzzi across the line. Bertuzzi button hooks back at the line. Drops it off Baumgartner to Malik. Pass out in front. They score. Sharp angle goal. Daniel Sedin. And it's 1-0.
Well, it wasn't from the greatest of angles. Daniel Sedin makes himself available. Gets the shot off at Manny Legacy. A bit surprised. Smart play by Sedin, get the puck towards the net. It looked like, did it hit somebody, Ken, on the way in?
It may have. Good stop there on Zetterberg by Boucher. Shanahan in for Holmstrom. 1-0 Vancouver on the Sedin goal, just the man we were talking about. Here's Linden. And that was saved by Legacy. Chelios sets up back of the net. In for Zetterberg. Nice move. Zetterberg trying to split the seam. Couldn't do it. Henrik Sedin up with Mike Keane. Back of the goal. Lidstrom got the angle on Keane. Keane, though, came up with the puck. Keane back to the line. Salo, the shot, the save by Legacy. And Salo has that good shot. Sami Salo, the defenseman from Finland, he's got a rocket back there. Matthew Schneider carries. Got a pretty good shot himself. Had his pocket picked there by Keane. And Brian Allen back to get it. Around for Salo. Ball moved up. Poke past Datsuk to center. Lidstrom. Good delay for Schneider. In for Whitney. Whitney back to Hall. He was covered as Jarkko Ruutu got enough from. There's Hall to steal to Datsuk. Back to Hall. His shot got enough of it. And Cloutier tipped it wide of the goal. Lidstrom held it in, and there's Cloutier to grab that puck. And he will hang on to that. Daniel Sedin's made it 1-0 Vancouver.
The trail-rated Jeep Liberty with available heated seats. They sure do come in handy. Announcing Zero Plus. Get 0% financing plus a $2,000 cash allowance. Or qualified returning Daimler Chrysler employee lessees can get a Jeep Liberty Sport for just $199 a month. See your Chrysler and Jeep superstores today to get a Jeep Liberty for only $199 a month.
I dwell in possibility of a home where I can step outside and feel grass between toes, with a mortgage that changes apartment walls into picket fences, and where I wash my car in my own driveway, fill swimming pools with garden hoses, and watch my kids discover a playground in their own backyard.
Standard Federal Bank.
In 1977, an idea was planted. One day, it would lead to high-speed internet access, streaming video, and sharing digital photographs. It's been 25 years now. Today, SBC companies supply more people with high-speed DSL than anyone else in America. Obviously, the idea grew. SBC, going beyond the call.
Vancouver Canucks in a 1-0 lead on the Red Wings. Vancouver has lost 7 of their last 9 games, and 2 in a row. One of those in overtime to the Edmonton Oilers. And the Red Wings tied last night. Maltby, Draper, and Yzerman. Fedor Fedorov ahead for Ruutu. Fedorov skating after it, knocked away. Cleared out and offside as Malik brought that bouncing puck back in as it went off his stick. You know, last night, Larry, we were saying in our broadcast in the game from Edmonton how poor the ice was. And when the players told us after the game it was the worst they'd ever seen the ice in Edmonton, there had been some shows in there. They took it out, rebuilt it. But you see how it gets snowy here in late stages of a period, 5 minutes to go. It was twice as bad last night in Edmonton, wasn't it?
Makes it very difficult. As you point out, the puck will bounce a lot more. You have to be that much more careful. You can't assume it's going to stay and sit down for you, that puck.
Yeah, same for both teams if that's offside, but a highly skilled team which is used to puck possession and passing. Red Wings had a little bit of a problem last night with that.
Well, you're forced to, as you point out, you're forced to maybe hesitate on the wing-to-wing pass, causing you to play more of a dump-in style, a pressure sort of game, just for the fact that you can't afford to give the puck up in your blue line because of a bad bounce or at the opposition's blue line.
Fisher getting it across for Chelios. To Maltby with Draper and Yzerman. Nolan Baumgartner, who was reacquired on waivers from Pittsburgh late in October by Vancouver. Baumgartner has played 8 games previously, and another stint with the Canucks goes in behind the goal and missed Maltby with that hit. Baumgartner did. Maltby took a slash at him. Maltby turning there with Yzerman. Gave it to Yzerman back of the goal. Nobody in front. Now Fisher moves in. Yzerman tries to feed him. Baumgartner got in his path. Draper, good job to block it for Yzerman, who was slashed. Brandon Reed put it behind the goal for Baumgartner. Hit there by Yzerman. Good play by the captain. Eisenman then held by Baumgartner and knocked down by Baumgartner. Brad May, the industrious worker for Vancouver. May flips one by Chelios. May went running at Lidstrom and missed. Here's Shanahan coming with speed through center. Shanahan hits the Canuck line. Loose puck. Holmstrom goes after that puck. Kluche to save. Zetterberg walking away. And Kluche hangs on.
Well, intense play by Brendan Shanahan taking the puck to the net. Had 4 wings right on top of Chris Chelios, pinching up as a defenseman, and that's one way to score. Get the puck towards the net. You see a lot of hungry wings. Shanahan gets some speed through the neutral zone. Gets held up, but the puck goes towards the net. You'll see right here, 1, 2, 3, 4 wings right on top of it. Vancouver does do a good job holding them off somewhat. But you see right there the intensity of the game. A lot of things can really get heated up when Vancouver and Detroit come together. This game means so much to both teams. It's a measuring stick for them.
11 nights from now, they'll meet back at Joe Louis Arena. Off the draw, Lidstrom fires! Kluche came way out in front of the blue to stop that. And Chabarov blocked it. And the Canucks, out of all that, got a penalty. Sammy Salo. So the Red Wings are on a Bell Tire power play here. Zetterberg moving into Datsuk, along with Brett Hull. Stolen there by Keane. Hull trying to chase him. Keane brings it to center to the Red Wing line. Keane turns back, killing off some of the clock on this Red Wing power play. Brett Hull now trailing Dave Andrechuk by 3 power play goals for number 1 all time. Andrechuk's got 3 in the last 3 games as he's turned hot with the man advantage. Hull second all time. Love to get within 2 here and get the Red Wings even. Lidstrom the shot. Save made by Kluche, and Zetterberg locked the rebound wide. Lidstrom across to Pavel Datsuk. Datsuk waiting. 8 power play goals, leads the Red Wings. Does Datsuk in his 22 power play points. In the middle for Hull, waited too long. Lidstrom for Whitney. Whitney waiting. In front of the goal, scores! Off Hull, and Zetterberg banged it home. It's a 1-1 tie, a power play goal.
Well, Henrik Zetterberg shows right there what we talked about earlier on in the period. That's how you score goals. Position yourself in front of the net. Bit of a broken play. Puck comes across to Brett Hull, unable to take possession of it, bounces towards the net. Zetterberg, Johnny on the spot. Puck rolls right to him and manages to get it over Kluche, and Wings have now tied this one up.
Henrik Zetterberg with his 12th of the season. We mentioned he's been piling up the points of late, giving him 5 goals, 13 points his past 11 games for Zetterberg. And Brett Hull will pull within 1 of Pavel Datsuk for the team lead in assists.
And there is the power play goal that Dave Lewis was looking for last night.
Yep, they didn't get it, but the Red Wing power play is 4th in the league. Now 9 for their last 28 with the man advantage. Those are pretty good numbers, save for last night when they went 0 for 5 versus Edmonton. Zetterberg from Hull and Whitney. Whitney continues to pick up the points, 17-26. To offset the Daniel Sedin goal from Malik and Baumgartner at 12:33. So the Red Wings 1 for 1 on the power play. Under 2 to go here in the opening period. Glad you're along with us tonight on Fox Sports Net. Lead pass ahead for Tyler Bouk, number 32, in his 3rd season. Former 2nd round pick of Dallas. Olin to Sopel. Back for Matthias Olin. He's overcome vision problems to continue his NHL career. Legacy, good save, rebound, Fedorov, oh, it's loose! And they lost sight of that puck, but Rivers was able to clear it away after Legacy made the stop on Fedorov.
Oh, man, he manages to make the save. Uses track of the rebound, and Fedorov giving the game to Vancouver what they're looking for. And man, he felt the puck. Thought the puck was underneath him. Squirts loose right there. Rivers, smart play, defensive, fires it down the ice. Even the whistle was blown. McCurry lost sight of the puck.
Allen held it in off the draw to Bertuzzi. Nice move on Eisenman, back and forth. Lidstrom able to clear it ahead to the goal scorer, Zetterberg. Up with Shanahan. Schneider got it and fires it in. Stop behind the goal for Allen. Brian Allen and Zetterberg come together. Again, as mentioned, it was Allen who slashed Zetterberg and put him out of action. Oh, here we go in front. And here's maybe a little payback for that. McCarty on Brian Allen. Remember, it was Allen who slashed Zetterberg and also put Hatcher out. Although Hatcher sort of jumped on the play, and Darren McCarty saying, Brian Allen, you can answer for both right here.
Well, Darren sending a message and very successful at it, at the upper hand for that battle, and as he's done throughout his career. Makes a statement, starts it off with a clean check, but you can see his intention right here. He wasn't letting Allen off the hook. Catches him with that first left and just basically put him at a disadvantage, and great team play by the Detroit Red Wings.
Well, Zetterberg had that injury, and then he really picked it up when he came back. His play fell off a bit, but he's been hot since. Lidstrom back to get it. So the Fighting Majors to Allen and McCarty. Half minute to go here in the opening period. Schneider lifting one high. Icing indicated. And the face-off will come back in the Red Wing zone. Coming up following our game tonight, immediately after the game, the Detroit Sports Report, and some of what's in store on tonight's edition. Michigan and MSU battle it out in hopes. A soggy start for the Tigers. And Will Robinson, Detroit's Mr. Basketball. An interview from Trevor Thompson. More after the game on the Detroit Sports Report here on Fox Sports Net. Fisher to Maltby, back to Fisher. Save made by Cloutier. Salo ahead to Daniel Sedin. Second effort got it to center ice. Chelios back to pick it up. And he'll retreat just to give the Boo Bird something to do.
He loves it.
And that'll close out the period. Yes, if anyone does love being booed, it's Chris Chelios.
Well, he just feeds off of it. He's going to show them.
And he just gave the fans a puck. Isn't that nice? In our Dodge first intermission, John Keating in conversation with Sergei's little brother, who's not so little anymore. He's bigger than Sergei. Fedor Fedorov. They just took the last name and put the letters in the first name. It was just so easy to say. Coming up in our first intermission.
Pete Peters. I mean, maybe you remember him.
Well, there you go. The same line of thinking right there. Maybe John could even ask him that. A 1-1 tie. Daniel Sedin scored first, and how sweet it is. Henrik Zetterberg evened it up.
Introducing the all-new Dodge Durango. With all-new power, all-new room, all-new ride, all-new interior, all-new capability, all-new safety features, all-new capacity. One part power, one part comfort. The all-new Dodge Durango.
Now qualified returning Daimler Chrysler employee lessees can lease a base Durango ST 4x4 for just $259 a month.
Hey, taxi! So where's the best place to get a Jack Daniels in this town?
No problem. Here you go, guy.
Nice bar.
At Little Caesars, we begin with the highest quality flour and dough made fresh each day. California vine-ripened tomatoes for our world-famous pizza sauce. A unique blend of 100% fresh shredded cheeses. Delicious pepperoni. At Little Caesars, we start with the very best. So our large $5 hot and ready pepperoni pizzas taste the very best.
Pizza, pizza.
Totally NASCAR, the only source that puts the racing fan in tune with what's happening on and around the track. With expert analysis, racing insights, and the latest reports from the winner's circle. Your all-access pass to everything that is NASCAR. Totally NASCAR. Weeknights on Fox Sports Net.
Where Detroit fans come first. Fox Sports Net.
This February on Fox Movie Channel, everybody's a winner as we honor achievement and triumph and the agony and ecstasy of Oscar. Witness outstanding African-American performers all month long with a double feature every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific. Fox Movie Channel celebrates Oscar with 3 days of marathons from 20th Century Fox. Log on to our website for more information, contests, and schedules. This February, everybody wins on Fox Movie Channel.
You're watching Fox Sports Net.
The Red Wings 3-0-1 in their last 4 games as they come into Vancouver in a tough meeting with the Vancouver Canucks. 1-1 are we after one. We're joined by the young forward of the Vancouver Canucks and a name familiar to all of Hockey Town. Fedor Fedorov joins us. It's got to be a little special for you to play against the Red Wings, I'm thinking.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously I grew up there and all, but mental approach was just like for any other game.
How have you adjusted to this level now that you're getting a chance to get your feet wet with the Canucks?
Well, it's only my 3rd game right now, so I'm still adjusting.
Sergei Fedorov obviously is a name important to hockey fans in Detroit. How much advice has he been giving you?
Well, the only advice that really stuck to me is, you know, keep your mouth shut and work hard.
And is he sort of, I guess, in your ear a little bit as you're making your way into the NHL?
Not really, no. We just have a, you know, normal brother relationship, and when we do talk about hockey, it's pretty simple, so.
He just passed 1,000 points for his career. You got your first. Did you guys share your accomplishments?
It was my 2nd assist. It wasn't a goal.
Well, you got a point, though, right? Yeah. Okay. Fedor, we appreciate your time. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Fedor Fedorov joining us. The Red Wings and the Canucks heading towards the 2nd period. Mickey York joins us with the Detroit Sports Update as we roll on from Vancouver.
Once you've experienced Dodge Ram with its available 4x4 capability and its 345 horses of V8 Hemi power, it's tough to get out of your system. Right now, get 0+, 0% APR financing plus $27.50 in combined cash allowances on Dodge Ram.
We need to play intense physical hockey.
It's CCHA Weekly. Ken Daniels looks inside college hockey's best conference. The latest news on and off the ice, coaches, players, features, and more. CCHA Weekly, Saturdays at 11:30.
Get some sleep. Turn off the TV. Hell no. I'm waiting for the Laker highlights. We're late for work.
Being a bandwagon fan, Ernie was forced to stay up late waiting for scores and highlights of his favorite teams. So Ernie was always tired the next day, and poor Fred paid the price.
Wake up, Ernie. Wake up.
So while Fred has no choice but to put up with teams he doesn't care about, thankfully, you do.
Fox Sports Net introduces a new digital package, giving you the sports you want when you want them. From our 22 regional sports networks across the country, coast to coast, regional sports news, out-of-market live games, plus your favorite Fox Sports Net shows. Fox Sports Digital Pacific, Fox Sports Digital Central, Fox Sports Digital Atlantic. 3 networks, 1 package. Your out-of-market sports 72 hours a day.
You're watching Fox Sports Net, the only sports network that puts Detroit fans first. The Detroit Sports Report.
Things are rocking down at the Joe.
The nightly newscast dedicated to your hometown teams, scores, interviews, and highlights.
From the Palace to Ford Field, we are all over this.
The Detroit Sports Report. Tonight after the game.
Where Detroit fans come first. Fox Sports Net.
Well, we had a hankering for some hockey.
Red Wings Weekly. Host John Keating takes you inside the world of the Red Wings to learn more about Hockey Town's heroes.
I like that idea, too.
Saturdays at 11 a.m., only on Fox Sports Net. From our Fox Sports studios, this is a Detroit Sports Update.
I'm Mick New York. We'll get you back to GM Place for the second period between the Wings and Canucks in just a moment. But first, there was a heck of a basketball game in Ann Arbor tonight. Michigan needed a win tonight to keep its tournament hopes alive. The Spartans needed a win to stay on top of the Big Ten. But in all reality, none of that mattered when it came time to get it on. They were jumping in Chrysler tonight, and for good reason. Second half, Michigan rolling. Look at the save by Hunter to pet away for the huge jam to put Michigan up 9. Next time down, Hunter for 3. Yes! Michigan had its biggest lead of the night at 52-40. But back come the Sparties. Off the Allen Anderson miss, Paul Davis follows to tie the game at 57. After a Michigan bucket, Davis again beat jamming to tie it at 59. Just 43 seconds left now. State by 2 until Chris Hill hits the long tray to put it away. MSU comes back to win it 72-69. They sweep the Wolverines. Down in Lakeland today, the Tigers took the field for the first time as a complete squad, but the practice was interrupted by an afternoon storm, forcing the team indoors for the rest of the day. But not even Mother Nature could rain on this Tigers parade.
I think, all the players pretty much already, and the pitchers, I talk to the pitchers pretty much every day, and things start working a lot better, and when speed training goes on, I know those guys more, and play games and everything. I think everything's going to start working pretty much better.
We have more from Lakeland tonight after the game. Ryan Field sits down with Lou Whitaker to find out how mind games can help the Tigers turn things around. And the Bailey sweepstakes heat up. We find out whether the Lions want a champ on their team. Plus, our celebration of Black History Month continues with a visit with Will Robinson. Plus, we'll have post-game coverage from Ann Arbor. Joining Angie Mentink and me after the game. Back to Vancouver now for the second period.
This is the hour.
This is the hour for the powerful epic masterwork of music, spectacle, and romance.
Played on a solo saxophone.
Experience the gripping entertainment that has become a legend. Get your tickets now to the theatrical event of a lifetime, Miss Saigon.
At the Fox Theater, March 23rd through the 28th. Tickets on sale now.
Introducing the all-new Dodge Durango. With all-new power, all-new room, all-new ride, all-new interior, all-new capability, all-new safety features, all-new capacity. One part power, one part comfort. The all-new Dodge Durango.
Now qualified returning Daimler Chrysler employee lessees can lease a base Durango ST 4x4 for just $259 a month.
Order up. What's the matter, baby?
My girlfriend, Aisha, she left me.
Oh, that's skinny.
She took my appetite and my ability to love.
Baby, here, try your sandwich with a Pepsi.
You got what I need, but you said you just a friend.
So tell me what you think about my Isaac and player.
Oh,
Sandwiches need Pepsi. It's the cola.
In its 57th year, Mid-American Conference basketball is better than ever. All 13 teams are on the trail of the MAC title, not to mention a coveted invite to the big dance. Western Michigan, Toledo, Saturday at noon on Fox Sports Net.
Stay in touch with your sports world 24 hours a day with the new FoxSports.com. Breaking news, live game trackers, Fox Sports on your wireless phone. The best fantasy games and information on the web. Plus, exclusive video highlights. Visit FoxSports.com and experience the official sports site of the internet. More than just scores, it's the new FoxSports.com.
Brownfield for three.
It's Big Ten Women's Basketball on Fox Sports Net. All the action and the flair. All season long. Big Ten Women's Basketball. Catch it on Fox Sports Net.
You're watching Fox Sports Net.
Detroit Red Wings hockey on Fox Sports Net is brought to you by Men's Warehouse. You're going to like the way you look. Men's Warehouse. And by Broken Lizards Club Dread. Friday, only in theaters. We're through 20 minutes of play here in British Columbia. The Red Wings and Canucks will return in a moment on Fox Sports Net.
Once you've experienced Dodge Ram with its available 4x4 capability and its 345 horses of V8 Hemi power, it's tough to get out of your system. Right now, get 0+, 0% APR financing plus $2,750 in combined cash allowances on Dodge Ram.
What are we gonna do tonight? Hey, let's go clubbing.
Oh, yeah! Get into Taco Bell for our exclusive Club Chalupa, a classic club mix of crisp bacon and marinated grilled all-white meat chicken. Spun into our very own crispy, chewy chalupa shell for fresh club taste worth sinking your teeth into. To get into Club Chalupa, you gotta think outside the bun.
From the warped minds who brought you Super Troopers comes the most horrific movie of all time.
These knives are filthy.
Broken Lizard's Club Dread.
What's up? Dude, don't be gay.
Rated R.
Starts Friday. Pikes Peak. On a mountain this treacherous, you should be a professional driver. You should have an Audi with Quattro all-wheel drive. And you should have a very dramatic voiceover, like this. Audi, the only luxury car company with Quattro all-wheel drive in every model line.
I got you something.
Oh, you shouldn't have. Oh, this is nice. And here's yours. I know it's not fancy, but it's what's inside that counts. And what's inside is Labatt Blue.
Wow.
Huh?
I love it.
Break out the blue. Labatt Blue.
Awesome gift.
Oh, yeah.
Detroit Red Wings hockey on Fox Sports Net is brought to you by the Metro Detroit Ford dealers. Check out the great selection of cars and trucks on the net at FordVehicles.com.
And the first period statistical story brought to you by the Metro Detroit Ford dealers. Vancouver jumping out on the face-offs in a wide margin. Everything else pretty well tight. Well, no 6-3 scoring chances. 2-1. Even the game did Henrik Zetterberg. That came on the power play from Hull and Whitney. Daniel Sedin, his countryman, opened the scoring from Malik and Baumgartner at even strength. Second period underway. Picked up by Draper, out with Maltby and Yzerman. Draper throws it into the corner. Malik back there to grab it for Vancouver. His pass deflected off the seamless glass here at GM Place. Yzerman turned back by Malik. Baumgartner over to pick it up for the Canucks. Draper to intercept. Draper feeding one back in and cleared to center. Fisher to Maltby, but Yzerman was inside the zone and still offside. And we saw Steve Yzerman leave toward the end of the second last night in Edmonton, and we were concerned that maybe he would be questionable for tonight, but was okay to go. The Red Wings did dress Jason Williams and Boyd Devereaux for the warm-up, just in case. But back-to-back nights, boy, a far cry from the start of the year. Remember when the word was he wouldn't play in back-to-back games?
Well, it takes quite a bit to keep Steve Yzerman out of the lineup. A very determined individual.
56th game, and the Red Wings 64th of the season for Steve Yzerman. Fed in by Bertuzzi to Morrison. Legacy with the stop. Played away by Schneider.
Hall left it for Lidstrom, who sends Datsuk on his way. Datsuk shoved by Bertuzzi. Cloutier left it behind the goal for Olin. Popped it up there to Whitney. Whitney fed it back into the corner. Everybody going the other way, though. Brendan Morrison, who is from this province, here in British Columbia. Morrison fed it ahead to Fedor Fedorov, and a very few words, as you discovered in our first intermission.
It was painful.
Well, I felt for John Keating, did the best he could. And obviously, as Fedor said, he took his brother Sergei's advice to keep his mouth shut. We didn't figure he'd do it, though, while we were talking to him. Sopel.
I wonder if John Keating gets hazard pay for that one.
Maybe. Zetterberg in the corner. Holmstrom. Zetterberg knocked down to the ice. Feet taken right out underneath from Chabarov. No call. Shanahan. Sticked aside by Cloutier. There's Fedor Fedorov. Couple of assists in his 4 games in the NHL. Shanahan carries back for the Red Wings. Crossing at the line, left there. Holmstrom leaves. Shanahan firing. And Cloutier out to grab that. And he will hang on to it. There's a look at Mark Lamoth, the Red Wings backup netminder, who today, here in Vancouver and all across Canada, was front page news. Picked up the paper, and there he is on the front page of the national paper, the National Post. In the elevator today, he's on there with Curtis Joseph and Mark Mowers. Mowers has the paper out, reading it. Mark Lamoth has it under his arm. Mowers says, you know what, Mark? You're front page news here. Maybe you should take the newspaper and go slip it under Dave Lewis's door. He said, let's see now. 2 starts in 12 years, back to back. I don't think that's going to happen. But
tremendous attitude.
Yeah, nice story though. You pick up the paper today. When I first looked at it and I saw it, I thought it was a story about Curtis Joseph. And then you look and there's Mark Lamoth, front page of the national paper. So pretty nice and a good story, and he did well last night. Fired behind the goal for Chelios, hit hard by Bertuzzi. Draper cleared at the center. Baumgartner back for Olin in a return pass to Nolan Baumgartner. Former draft pick of Washington. Yzerman takes a look, spots Fisher. Hitting the Vancouver line. Draper stepping into one, high and over top of Cloutier. Fed out the center, a race for the puck. Trevor Linden going after it. Crowd in anticipation of perhaps a record-setting point by Linden. Thomas for Yzerman, his good friend. Yzerman turning in there, couldn't finish it. Look at Pavel Datsuk, got it back. Datsuk and Tyler Bout, who hauled him down to the ice. In behind for Merrick Malik. Around for Salo, Sammy Salo to Linden. His pass behind Brandon Reed, but Bout picks it up. Stepped into by Dandino. Pavel Datsuk, he got sandwiched. Steve Thomas carries up, 3 Red Wings with Datsuk. To Hall, it was behind him. Hall goes back to get it to the line to Rivers. Tapped in behind the goal for Thomas. Outstretched stick. Hit by the bigger Malik. And Merrick Malik off Salo. Good job to recover to Linden. With Root 2 and Reed. And offside was Brandon Reed on the left wing. Take you into the Blue Zone in a poor month of February. The Blue Zone brought to you by Labatt Blue. Larry?
Not quality hockey by any stretch of the imagination, and Mark Crawford not happy with them after the loss in Minnesota a couple games back. Had a closed-door meeting with the team, basically named names and pointed fingers. And he's not a happy camper right now with their play,
and yet this team
shouldn't be.
In the month of February, as a shot in on Legacy, he made the save off the stick of Olin. In this month of February, road wins over the Avalanche and the Devils. So Vancouver has come up big against the elite, just like they did against Detroit back here in November. But they've really struggled at home, and remember the great start they had to the season. Here on home ice, 9-0-1 here at GM Place. Penalty coming up here. This will be against the Canucks. Manny Legacy now sees the Red Wings in control and heads to the bench, but it'll be touched here by Vancouver's Fedorov. And a holding call against the Canucks.
Well, Rutu not happy with it. He's actually trying to take Matthew Schneider off with him. Schneider does a good job drawing this penalty. Strong on the puck. Rutu a little frustrated. Reaches in with that arm and off he goes.
Well, Jarkko Ruutu into the box. 28-year-old in his third season. Mark Crawford's team short-handed.
114 minutes to this point. And plays like that, you can see why.
Bell Tire power play for the Red Wings. They've got themselves a power play goal tonight against the #1 penalty-killing unit in the NHL, the Canucks. Red Wing power play, one of the hottest. Datsuk fires, rebound, front of the goal. Tipped over top of the net, bouncing down. Morrison played it behind. Zetterberg there to steal. Datsuk could gobble it up. Datsuk waits into Hull. Couldn't one-time it. Hull flipped it. Zetterberg went for Datsuk. Keane couldn't clear. Mike Keane held a players-only meeting this month as well. Mike Keane leading that charge. Here's Lidstrom. Fires one, saved by Cloutier. Rebound to Morrison. Brendan Morrison, one-on-one on Lidstrom. Can't get through. They'll change. Brett Hull. What a huge hat trick he had here in the Stanley Cup playoffs against the Vancouver Canucks. In the Red Wings Cup-winning campaign, Datsuk waits. Whitney in front, tried the pass to Holmstrom, was intercepted by Malik. 45 left in the Bell Tire power play.
Great play, Malik.
Stolen in behind. Backhand shot went wide. Good chance there from Tyler Boughton. Steve Yzerman sending it in on the heart around. Shanahan moved up, back to the line. Schneider looks across, other side. There's Draper. Firing, scores! Tipped in front. I don't know if Holmstrom got a piece of that, but it's a power play goal, and it's 2-1.
Well, there's two players out there doing their job. Thomas Holmstrom sets up shop right on top of the crease. By doing that, doesn't allow Cloutier the opportunity to move out on the shot. Basically pins him in the net. And also, Cloutier doesn't see the shot from Draper, which is deflected by the Canuck defenseman stepping out on the play.
I think that was Brian Allen who got it first. Does Holmstrom get it second?
You see Cloutier looking around Holmstrom, unable to find the puck, a redirection, and boy, he does that so well. We talked about it earlier in this telecast.
Well, we'll see who gets credit for that one. That could, in fact, be Draper's 24th goal of the season. It definitely hit Brian Allen. Here's the official.
By number 33, Chris Draper.
So Draper gets his 24th. Schneider and Yzerman assisting. And it's a power play goal. Draper manning that right point position in the absence of Jason Woolley, who's still out with that bad back in the second unit. And Draper's done a nice job. Boy, that's confidence. At the start of the year, if you had said Chris Draper will be manning the second power play unit on the point, you think, huh? And look at the season he's come up with. Here he is again. Draper carrying through and can't get by Soper. The Red Wings with the lead on 2 power play goals. Daniel Sedin, who has the Canuck goal, got it around to brother Henrik. Tied up by Lidstrom. Datsuk held up by Bertuzzi. Back to the line, Brian Allen knocked down, and the Red Wings are away. Datsuk with a lead pass. Whitney played it back for Hull, but passed it out across the line and back in offside. 24 for Chris Draper. We'll be back.
Your Metro Detroit Ford dealers lead the way again in 2004 with Detroit's best-selling brand. And to continue the momentum, we just announced an F-150 early bird lease termination program. Get out up to 8 months early and into the all-new 2004 F-150. Current AZD plan lessees can lease an F-150 XLT 4x4 for only $299 a month with $23.69 to its signing. Only $299, fully equipped with a V8 engine, automatic, 4-wheel ABS, trailer towing package, and more. See your Metro Detroit Ford dealer today.
What makes Bell Tire's customers happy?
Variety.
Bell Tire, the name definitely doesn't say it all.
Brake job for me.
Lowering kits and custom wheels.
I need a new battery.
Shocks and struts.
I'm getting an alignment.
And no one else has guaranteed everyday lowest out-the-door prices.
There's more to Bell Tires than just tires. I call it my Bell Tire and a whole lot more store.
Trust me, we'll make you happy you came in.
That's a promise.
Bell Tire. Extra coverage, extra cash, extra coverage.
How will you decide what to get with your new Johnson outboard? See your Johnson dealer while there's still time.
Hey, heads or tails?
How will you decide between extra coverage or extra cash? See your Evinrude outboard dealer while there's still time.
Chris Draper with his 24th goal of the season. It's another power play goal for the Red Wings. 2 for 2 on the power play tonight is Detroit, and that makes them 10 for their last 29 over 8 games. That's hitting the mark now. Remember, they were #1 in the league for a while and slipped back down, and now Dave Lewis's crew moving back to the top, coming into the league 4th tonight. And this 2 power play goals against the #1 penalty killing unit in the NHL.
Well, Dave Lewis made issue about not scoring a power play goal last night. That's great. I mean, the expectations are high for this team to score in the power play. That's the way you want it.
And they went 0 for 5 last night against the Oilers, who their penalty killing crew down near the bottom of the NHL at 27. And yet against #1 tonight they get 2. It's how it goes. Can't plan these things.
They're like grapes, those power play goals. They come in bunches.
Oh, I know you're becoming a broadcaster, coming up with bad stuff like that.
You're rubbing off on me.
I know, that's scaring me. Olin. Turned back by Hull. Schneider moved up to hold it in, giving it to Datsuk. And Rutu's got it. Lidstrom has to chase back. Played it ahead for Ray Whitney. Whitney hooked on the way back. Carries in across the line. And Sokol trying to fend off his stick. Datsuk knocked it back. Whitney gathers in his composite. And it comes back to center. Datsuk lifts it in. McCarty will go in after it. McCarty had a fight earlier in the game. Brian Allen. They each got 5-minute majors. Steve Thomas, Daniel Sedin, Muck Ford, along with Henrik. Sokol clears it in. Chelios moving around May. Comes for Fisher. Steve Thomas at center. Sends it deep. McCarty in there against Merrick Malik. Daniel Sedin knifes it to center ice. Lee pass. Look out. Here's Baumgartner in the clear. All alone. Send it wide of the goal. Up front they score. Daniel Sedin's got 2. And it's 2-2.
You see right there how important it is to follow up on the play. Baumgartner gets the breakaway. Vancouver does such a good job. Unsuccessful deke, but they go in and dig out the puck. Detroit still unable to set up strong defense. Malik, the defenseman, jumping up in the play, getting involved, and
everybody just peeled off and followed the puck. And that left Daniel Sedin wide open in front. That puck can mesmerize you sometimes.
Full marks. Malik jumping up in the play.
So it's a 2-2 tie approaching the halfway point. Schneider sent it to Holmstrom. Up front, Shanahan. Oh, Kluche couldn't find it. What the Canucks do. Lidstrom holds it in. Around for Holmstrom. To Zetterberg. Shanahan open. And then close down on him. May can't get there. Schneider. Zetterberg back for Shanahan. Mishandled, goes back to get it. Over the stick of Lidstrom. Bertuzzi knocking it down. Knocked away by Lidstrom. And this will be icing. Dean scoring for Malik, and Baumgartner at 9:33 has tied it up at 2s.
In a claim or loss situation, what can a Nationwide agent do for you? Get everything back to normal quickly so your life stays in drive. For auto insurance that takes care of you, call your local Nationwide agent today.
Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Insurance is on your side. Whether you need life, home, auto, or business insurance, for the service you deserve, call your local Nationwide agent today.
Introducing Ford's next generation of new car financing, FlexBuy. A whole new way to buy a new Ford Freestar. For the first 3 years of your loan, we reduce your monthly payment, which means eligible AZD plan employees can buy this well-equipped 2004 Freestar SE for just $292 a month with 0 down. Now with FlexBuy, you can get more than you might expect. See your Metro Detroit Ford dealers today. If you haven't looked at Ford lately, look again.
Michigan's current electric deregulation law isn't working. Why? Because while out-of-state energy suppliers are allowed to dodge many system costs, Michigan residents will face future electric rate increases of up to 30% or more. And on a fixed income, that's more than many can bear. That's not right. What can you do about it? Contact your legislator. Reform Public Act 141. Learn more at clearmichigan.com. And let's fix it now.
We'll see right here how important it is to play in front of your own net. After Baumgartner's breakaway, we'll see two Red Wings, Chris Draper, Chris Chelios, basically vacate the front of the net, leaving Sundin wide open.
Is that just a case of communication there? Or has it just happened so fast?
Well, it's a case of identifying your man, both players assuming the other one is going to pick up Sundin in the slot. It can very happen. And Malik jumping in the play. When you have a defenseman jump in the play like that causes a lot of confusion in your own end.
Back off the draw. Sopel. Good play to Trevor Linden. Turning Brandon Reed. For Linden. His shot missed the target. You just hear the crowd every time Linden gets a chance. They'll erupt here if he gets a point. Through the hit into Yuri Fisher. Here comes Draper with that speed. Oh, Draper was hooked by Sopel. Took it away, then gave it up. Fisher back. Leaving. Eiserman firing off a leg up high. And Kuche grabs it and hangs on.
Well, on that shot, he had a little time. Sopel redirecting the Eiserman shot. No traffic in front of him. Gets a chance to grab a hold of that puck. And Fisher, nice play. Pushing back the Vancouver defense, allowing Eiserman to get himself in a pretty good scoring position.
Out of town tonight in the third period. After two, Calgary and Colorado were scoreless. 1-0 Flames in the third period of that one. So Red Wings a point up on Colorado for top spot in the West, and Calgary next up for the Red Wings on Thursday night here on Fox Sports Net. Colorado gets back Foote and Blake on their defense tonight too. And Calgary in a deal today acquired Billy Niemanen. Here's Hull. A one-time Calgary Flame had his shot blocked. Hull leaving it there for Ray Whitney. Datsuk open. Whitney couldn't get him the puck. Whitney again, who's become quite a setup man of late rather than goal scorer. Whitney spinning back there and lost control, and Rutu takes it. Datsuk laid it up into the Red Wing bench, so it's out of play. Illich Charities for Children and the Red Wings are raffling off a 100th anniversary customized Harley-Davidson Fat Boy. This bike, generously donated by Motown Harley of Taylor, has been autographed by the entire Red Wings team. For more information or to order your raffle tickets, call 313-396-7575. You look good on the back of that.
You know, you beat me to it.
I knew what you were thinking.
You knew I was coming.
Holmstrom shooting it in. Kluche leaving it for Merrick Malik. His pass, a good one to Daniel. Here's Henrik. Bertuzzi. Hits Shanahan. Zetterberg. Shanahan to Lidstrom. At center, lifting it in. Baumgartner going after it. Zetterberg back there negated the icing as he kicked the puck. Shanahan slashed at, held up by Henrik Sedin as Bertuzzi gives it to Marek Malik. Malik across the Red Wing line going wide on Schneider as the big-bodied Malik. Back of the goal. Big collision back there. As Malik fell on top of Schneider. Henrik Sedin toward the goal and it slid wide of the net. Knocked down by Reed. Zetterberg carries for the Red Wings as they want to complete a change. Bucci leaving it for Brian Allen. Knocked down by Thomas, but offside. 6:32 to go in the second period here in a 2-2 tie.
Well, Dave Lewis has his hands full now. The power play has done its job.
Dave Lewis talking with him on the bus coming over today was absolutely shocked at the dismissal of Joel Quenneville in St. Louis with Mike Kitchen, the assistant, taking over. Earlier today, Rick Bowness taking over in Phoenix from Bobby Francis. And what's surprising there is Phoenix probably out of the playoffs. Why bother now? I can see what the method in St. Louis, but you've got a coach coming in as an assistant who is pretty much the same philosophy as Joel Quenneville. As Dave Lewis said, he'll be out of work next season 5 minutes. Well, maybe 1 minute, Dave. There you go. You're right. Maybe 1 minute.
Well, that's the thing. For a coach, today's game, you know, it seems like the day's inevitable where you get fired. At some point, things don't go well. It's a knee-jerk reaction, and out you go. And
yep.
It's a lot easier. They say it's a lot easier getting rid of one coach than 20 players.
Tough job.
Path of least resistance.
Yeah, it is. Yep. Chelios lifted at the center, knocked down by Linden. Trevor Linden in. There's a shot. Legacy grabs that and hangs on. There's a look. Trevor Linden, the man we've spoken so much of, now in his 16th season, former second overall pick of Vancouver. In '88, Mike Madonna went first that year, and a couple of stops, well, in the island, Montreal, Washington, before being reacquired by Vancouver.
And it's always been a fan favorite. Vancouver's first stint here. Really a hard-nosed centerman.
Sopel across, Bertuzzi sent it high and wide.
Excellent. Trevor Linden's an excellent number 2 centerman for your team. He's a well-rounded player.
We'll be back.
Your Metro Detroit Ford dealers lead the way again in 2004 with Detroit's best-selling brand of cars and trucks. And to continue this momentum, we're offering a great lease deal on 2004 Explorer. Current AZD plan employees can lease an Explorer XLT 4x4 for only $312 a month with $2257 due at signing. Only $312 with a power moonroof, air, automatic, 4-wheel ABS and more. This great deal from Detroit's best-selling brand ends soon, so hurry to your Metro Detroit Ford dealer now.
I just can't do this anymore. You want me to be happy, right? I just need more in my life. More flavor and smooth taste. Don't do that. You're the king, and you're funny. Nobody can question that. But I'm kind of into that cold filtered thing. This is kind of awkward. We're gonna get out of here.
Do you know, Larry, that 2 years ago today, Canada beat the United States to claim Olympic gold in Salt Lake City?
Well, after you pointed it out, I now do.
Steve Yzerman and Brendan Shanahan.
I think a great thing National Hockey League players competing in the Olympics. And you want the best there for that.
Yep.
Boy, what an honor it is to play for your Olympic team.
I remember you in the Canada Cup, Mario Lemieux with the winner, and you were right up there in your number 8 jersey.
Decoy.
You were. I thought you were going to get that pass, but no way. Gretzky to Lemieux. He had Murphy with him.
the big three.
Really, I thought he chose the wrong guy passing to Mario. I thought he would have been perfect there.
Well, I tell you, they got an earful if he hadn't scored.
Yeah. Fisher's pass missed. And this will be icing. Face-off coming back into the Red Wing zone. 5:05 to go here in the second period. Steve Yzerman, that was quite a year for him, and Brendan Shanahan with the gold medals, the Stanley Cup.
It's interesting, a competition, really. Everybody donating their time, no money involved, but tremendous honor and pride from it. Even for all players, even for countries that were unsuccessful, it's still an honor to play for your country.
And Curtis Joseph wound up with a gold medal too, part of that team. Morrison moving up, splitting defense, knocked down, penalty coming up. What will they call? Let's see.
Hooking. Potential penalty shot there.
Dan O'Halloran says no shot, but you'll get a shot on the power play.
Morrison, tremendous move on Matthew Schneider. Schneider basically reaches in. Morrison takes advantage of that. I'd say that was the strongest of hooks, but
and really that shouldn't have been a shot because Lidstrom was right there beside him, although he did get past Schneider. And Schneider knocking him down, so Matthew Schneider goes to the box for hooking. The Canucks are on a power play. And the play is stopped here. Chelios is hurt.
Oh, that doesn't look good. No sympathy from the crowd. Oh boy.
It looks serious.
Well, Dave Lewis looking on, concerned, rightly so. Chris Chelios lugs a lot of ice time, and I'm sure he's considering the long-term picture of this. You don't wish anybody ill will, but still, looking at this club, they can't afford to lose him.
Now let's take a look at what happened to Chris Chelios. Right side, right there he falls.
Oh. Gets landed on Bertuzzi. That 245 plus landing on
Here's a closer look. Watch 44 go in. Bump there. And
right there.
Draper fell on the stick of Chelios, and then Bertuzzi went over it too. And Chelios wound up on the bottom of the pile and looked like he jammed his left shoulder hitting the ice as he went down.
Play all started. Daniel Sedin off the draw, hooks Chelios, loses his footing. From there, it seems like everybody got in a piece of him.
Well, let's hope this isn't serious. Just when you expect Darian Hatcher to return to the lineup around the 8th of March against Tampa Bay, a day before the trade deadline. And when Hatcher, since he was hurt against Vancouver in the third game of the season, really almost becomes a deadline acquisition because he hasn't played all year, and you hope that Chris Chelios can join him. And it's his left shoulder he's holding. And now you see now for the fans to continue to boo. I mean, it's one thing for Chris Chelios, and now some of the classier fans start to applaud here, and that's nicer.
Yeah, it takes a lot for Chris Chelios to be put in that situation.
Let's see how the fans react here.
Mixed emotion.
Yep.
Well, there's always the few.
I mean, you can see it during a game and booing. That's fine, not a big deal.
Yeah, when he handles the puck, that's all
you can
good
see
taste, but this is...
Chris Chelios still wearing that number 3 on the back of his helmet in honor of the late Pete Magnuson, who was his mentor in Chicago. They're very close to Pete and the alumni of the Blackhawks as Chris Chelios makes his way to the room, along with Pete Van Zandt, the Red Wings trainer, and Russ Bauman. So the Canucks continue with the first power play of this game for them. Bertuzzi back of the goal, knocked down, tripped up by Dandino. Fans wanted a penalty. They won't get their wish. Too far for Baumgartner. Dandino in to get it. The Canucks' lack of power play prowess has really hurt them this season. The numbers are down. Vancouver's power play last season was 3rd best in the league. Bertuzzi with 25 goals, Naslund with 24. They have just 13 between them this year. Steve Eisenman, good job. Got it through off a skate. Lidstrom just couldn't hold it in. But they'll take the offside. 1:05 left in the Schneider penalty.
Play like that, Lidstrom, he realizes a good chance being offside, carries it over the line. Killing a penalty, as you point out, they will take the face-off in that situation. Smart play by Lidstrom. Taking it in, they're not. It's such a close play that they're not going to have the puck face-off go in their own end for an intentional face-off. Chance to change up forwards.
That's cleared back. Morrison turning for Sopel. Fans getting restless here. 45 seconds left in this Vancouver man advantage. Red Wings with 2 power play goals in this one. This is the Canucks' first try. Fedorov couldn't get it across to Salo, and Sopel goes back.
Showing a lot of confidence, Mark Crawford, in putting Fedorov out in the power play.
He carries into the line. Bertuzzi. Fedorov. Morrison. Sopel to Morrison. Fedorov in front, and Bertuzzi just tapped it wide of the goal. Danino. He'll clear it, and that'll do it. 5 seconds left in the Schneider penalty. Just under 3 to go here in the second. Vancouver 0 for 1 with the man advantage. Schneider out of the box. Zetterberg with it. We got the Red Wings first on the power play. Draper got the Red Wings second on the power play. Daniel Sedin with both for the Canucks. Danino lifts it back in. Matthias Holland knocks it down. Intercepted. Whitney for Brett Hull. Zetterberg trying to find it. Knocked it back for Hull. Hull took a bump. Cleared ahead for Keane. To Olin. Good play, Whitney. Mike Keane comes up with the puck. And Baumgartner will beat Brett Hull to it. Gets it to Henrik. Henrik Sedin clears it in. Schneider back to touch, and this will be icing. The faceoff coming back in Vancouver territory. And a chance for us to mention that Fox Sports is giving aspiring filmmakers the chance of a lifetime with the Best Damn Student Film Festival presented by Sony Electronics. Win an internship with Fox Sports plus a cool Sony camera. For rules and entry information, log on to foxsports.com or watch the Best Damn Sports Show, period. Out of town tonight, Larry. Calgary goes into Denver and shuts out the Avalanche. 2-0. Mikko Kiprusoff with the shutout. Gelinas and Chris Clark with the goals for Calgary.
Kiprusoff maybe a heart consideration.
He's been unbelievable, and so have the Calgary Flames. And to go in and beat Colorado, and the struggles on home ice continue for the Avalanche. And they were blanked by Vancouver. 1-0 too.
Edmonton went in there and spanked them.
5-1. Yep. And they had foot back, and Thomas took his stick right out of the glass. That got caught up in the seamless glass. Steve Thomas able to get it back. Lead feed for Linden. Right side into deep goal, and Schneider got over to take it away. Brad Mee moving up. Datsuk so definitely took that puck away. Here he comes, giving it to Schneider as Datsuk was decked by Morrison. Steve Thomas got his head up as Malik was coming at him. Less than a minute to go here in the second period. Twos are wild. Here's Bertuzzi in. Good job by Draper. Puck is loose. Draper did all he could to fend off that truck. Maltby for Lidstrom. Tried to feed it through. May's back. Good play by Fisher, knocking down Brad May, and Morrison steps into May, and Bertuzzi comes over. May had his stick lifted by Steve Eisen. Lidstrom's long shot. Oh, he nearly did it again on Cloutier. Whoa, like the playoffs of 02, Lidstrom nearly did it again. Wow, that was close.
That was real close. That's a little unsettling for Cloutier. He's going to have to try to get his head back on straight here.
If that one went in, the first was a nightmare. That just would have been a bad dream. Legacy able to knock it down, and the second period comes to a close. 24 19 are the shots in favor of the Red Wings, and this one a little further back than the 0-2 playoffs first round.
The element of surprise. Not set up for the shot, and really dodged a bullet on that one.
And it was nearly the exact same spot, maybe about 10 feet further back. But no goal there for Lidstrom. It was tied at 1 after 1. We're tied up at 2 after 2. We'll be joined by Barry Smith in a matter of moments to talk about this game. Chris Draper got the Red Wings' second power play goal of the night. And then Daniel Sedin got his second goal of the night.
Your Metro Detroit Ford dealers lead the way again in 2004 with Detroit's best-selling brand. And to continue the momentum, we just announced an F-150 early bird lease termination program. Get out up to 8 months early and into the all-new 2004 F-150. Current AZD plan lessees can lease an F-150 XLT 4x4 for only $299 a month with $23.69 due at signing. Only $299, fully equipped with a V8 engine, automatic, 4-wheel ABS, trailer towing package, and more. See your Metro Detroit Ford dealer today.
The Michigan Regional Council of Carpenters and Millwrights and their contractor employers work to shape the skyline of Michigan. Contractors depend on union carpenters and millwrights for their skill and dedication. In return, employers can count on a job completed on time and on budget. A shared commitment to quality and safety on every job site has resulted in better cities, better schools, and stronger neighborhoods. For new development that will become the landmarks of tomorrow, Michigan can continue to count on the partnership between union contractors and the Michigan Regional Council of Carpenters and Millwrights.
At Little Caesars, our large $5 hot and ready pizza begins with dough made fresh each day. Little Caesars world-famous pizza sauce, fresh shredded cheese, tasty pepperoni. At Little Caesars, we invest the time so you don't have to, because our large $5 hot and ready pepperoni pizzas are delicious and convenient, hot out of the oven and ready when you are. Only at Little Caesars.
Pizza.
Dear Bobby, how much ice time did you log last game? Sincerely, Mark. Dear Mark, which game?
Growing up, Fred and Ernie were very close. They had to be. They were born joined at the finger. But then, Ernie became one of those bandwagon fans, turning his back on both his brother and Detroit teams. So while Fred has no choice but to put up with teams he doesn't care about, thankfully, you do.
In the 21st century, 3 chapters have been written. 2001, Boca Juniors became back-to-back champions. 2002, Olympia raised the cup. 2003, Boca dominated again. But in 2004, the rules have changed. 11 countries, 36 teams, 9 brackets, but only 1 channel. Fox Sports in Espanol, home of the Toyota Libertadores Cup.
You're watching Fox Sports Net.
Welcome back to GM Place here in Vancouver, where it's tied at 2 after 2. Ken Daniels along with Larry Murphy, pleased to be joined by Red Wings associate coach Barry Smith. Barry, let's get to your thought on your team and the Canucks through 40 minutes tonight.
Well, this is a very intense hockey game tonight. I think both teams are playing all out. I'm very happy the way we're playing, and they're playing a strong game as well. So 2-2 tie going in the third.
Barry, did you make any adjustment to your power play? 2 successful goals tonight?
Actually, we did, Murph. We took a look, especially with Pavel Datsyuk's group, because of the situation from last night's game with the way they moved up high and not getting any shots from the top. by the blue line there. We changed it around a little bit, and the guys did a great job. We're getting shots through, we're getting people in the front of the net. We have some traffic and screening the goaltender, Kluche, out there.
Now we saw Chris Chelios go down. Is there anything you can tell us about his situation?
Fact, I just came straight out here, Murph, so, I mean, I saw the pileup. I mean, you guys probably had a better look than I had. I saw the pileup on the face-off, and I couldn't really tell what happened to him, so I didn't have a chance to go in the room to see him before I came out here.
Well, it just appeared to be the shoulder, but we'll get upper body injury anyway. But Barry, as for the third period, anything you want to do differently?
Yeah, I think that we have to carry the puck up the ice a little bit more, Kenny. We're getting turnovers by their blue line. We have to get the puck a little bit deeper and put some more pressure on their defense down low. So we have to make 1 or 2 more passes coming through the neutral zone to try to have more possession.
All right, Barry, good luck with that coming up in the third.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Barry.
Yep.
Barry Smith, kind enough to join us after 40 minutes of play here in Vancouver. We're all tied up at 2, the Red Wings and Canucks on Fox Sports Net.
Chevy. 10 new vehicles, 5 on the road right now. We're doing some amazing things with cars and trucks. Now do something amazing with your checkbook. Leave it at home. GM employees who are qualified lessees lease a Chevy Trailblazer 2-wheel drive LS for $284 a month with 0 down. Tax, title, and license extra. Residency restrictions apply. Call for important details. It's time to turn the key and start a revolution. See your Detroit area Chevy dealers today.
Outstanding athletes from Michigan and Michigan State competing for the Pontiac Challenge Cup. Now, the Pontiac Performance Profile.
I'm Foley Dowd. I wrestle for the University of Michigan. And in this room is where we make national champs. If I'm on my best, I should win it. Bottom line, schools like Michigan State, Ohio State, I have no problem just beating the crap out of someone and beating that team to the ground.
For more, catch the Pontiac Challenge Cup edition of the Detroit Sports Report, Fridays on Fox Sports Net. In its 57th year, Mid-American Conference basketball is better than ever. All 13 teams are on the trail of the MEC title, not to mention a coveted invite to the big dance. All season long on Fox Sports Net.
This February on Fox Movie Channel, everybody's a winner as we honor achievement and triumph and the agony and ecstasy of Oscar. Witness outstanding African-American performers all month long with a double feature every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific. Fox Movie Channel celebrates Oscar with 3 days of marathons from 20th Century Fox. Log on to our website for more information, contests, and schedules. This February, everybody wins on Fox Movie Channel.
In the state's greatest rivalry, every sports program at Michigan and Michigan State is vying for points in order to take home the Pontiac Challenge Cup. For updates, tune in to the Pontiac Challenge Cup edition of the Detroit Sports Report, Fridays at 6:30 on Fox Sports Net.
This week on the best damn sports show, period. Hall of Fame running back Eric Dickerson sits in all week long. College basketball insider Seth Davis gets us ready for the madness. Plus, film critic Richard Roper will break down the Oscar races and tell us who's going to take home the most statues. And African-American athletes who've made a difference.
Muhammad Ali was the most powerful influence in my career and in my life as a striving young athlete.
This week at 11.
Detroit Red Wings hockey on Fox Sports Net is brought to you by the Michigan Regional Council of Carpenters and Millwrights, building communities, landmarks, and futures. We're through 40 minutes of play here in Vancouver, the Red Wings and Canucks. We'll be back in a moment on Fox Sports Net.
Chevy. 10 new vehicles, 5 on the road right now. We're doing some amazing things with cars and trucks. Now do something amazing with your checkbook. Leave it at home. GM employees who are qualified lessees lease a Chevy Trailblazer 2-wheel drive LS for $284 a month with 0 down. Tax, title, and license extra. Residency restrictions apply. Call for important details. It's time to turn the key and start a revolution. See your Detroit area Chevy dealers today.
I thrive in possibility of microchips and circuitry, fitting together in hearing aids to snatch sound from space and lay it neatly inside an ear for the possibility that someone will hear for the first time in a long time. Because once, not long ago, a bank could hear me. Standard Federal Bank.
Hey, Max. It's nice to finally meet you.
You too.
Amy.
Audi technicians give every certified pre-owned Audi a 300-point inspection and up to a 6-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. They're very thorough.
Max is here.
The New York Times calls David Copperfield our era's giant of magic.
My 5th time, and it keeps getting better.
The last one made us cry, okay?
USA Today calls him astonishing.
Funny, moving, and amazing. That's the best show I've ever seen.
David Copperfield.
He is absolutely awesome.
March 13th and 14th at the Fox Theater. Call 248-433-1515.
We love the show. We would see it again and again and again.
At Little Caesars, we begin with the highest quality flour and dough made fresh each day. California vine-ripened tomatoes for our world-famous pizza sauce. A unique blend of 100% fresh shredded cheeses. Delicious pepperoni. At Little Caesars, we start with the very best, so our large $5 hot and ready pepperoni pizzas taste the very best.
Pizza, pizza.
You're watching Fox Sports Net.
Welcome back. Let's look at the highlights tonight. And Daniel Sedin got things started for Vancouver in the first. He made it 1-0 from the side of the goal to beat Manny Legacy. And Sedin getting his 13th from Malik and Baumgartner made it 1-0. But the Red Wings replied on the power play.
Well, the Red Wings get right back into it. The power play working well for them. Whitney, a nice job on the half board. Broken play off of Brett Hall, and Zetterberg rewarded for standing right in front of the net. That's where the cookies are, and takes advantage of that one.
Zetterberg getting his 12th. Brett Hall his 33rd assist. It's one behind Pavel Datsyuk for the team lead. The Red Wings take the lead.
Well, the Red Wings weren't done. Chris Draper playing with tremendous confidence with the puck this season. Fires a shot, and Holmstrom does not show up on the score sheet, but a big part of it after deflecting off of Allen. Boucher couldn't find it. But the same three Canucks get involved again. Two defensemen, Baumgartner, Malik, both of them right down deep. Sundin uncovered in front, and that trio tie the game up.
So 2-2 through 2 periods of play. The Red Wings have outshot the Vancouver Canucks through 2. But we're all even. Heading to the third. We'll have it for you next right here on Fox Sports Net.
Chevy. 10 new vehicles, 5 on the road right now. We're doing some amazing things with cars and trucks. Now do something amazing with your checkbook. Leave it at home. GM employees who are qualified lessees lease a Chevy Trailblazer 2-wheel drive LS for $284 a month with 0 down. Tax, title, and license extra. Residency restrictions apply. Call for important details. It's time to turn the key and start a revolution. See your Detroit area Chevy dealers today.
The secret to Jack Daniels is our unique charcoal mellowing process. Maybe everything should be charcoal mellowed.
Guys.
watching Fox Sports Net.
Detroit Red Wings hockey on Fox Sports Net is brought to you by Jack Daniel's Tennessee Whiskey, enjoyed in fine establishments and questionable joints everywhere. And by the new Chevrolets, 10 new cars and trucks in 20 months, an American revolution.
Dave Lewis's team in a 2-2 tie with the Vancouver Canucks through 2 periods of play.
Vancouver, like Detroit, defense are involved in the offense. Before heading into tonight's game, they were tied for first place in the league for points by a defenseman. And you're seeing Vancouver, they're not shy to go right down by that goal line. The defense, that is.
Draper up there along with Yzerman, cleared around by Reed, hit Maltby. Trevor Linden gets it ahead for Bauk. Legacy coming out of the goal to scoop it around. Fisher, Maltby is knocked down. It rolls into Vancouver territory, no icing. Brent Sopel around for Malik. Moving up is Draper. Bauk's got it at center. Lidstrom fired it around for Ray Whitney. Steve Yzerman at center. We can give you an update on Chris Chelios as Cloutier deflects it up and out of play. We understand that Chris's shoulder is bruised, so at least that's the good news for right now, but he will not return tonight.
See tomorrow. This type of injury that you have to wait overnight to see how he responds.
Bringing you our Miller What's on Tap, brought to you by Miller, the official beer of the Red Wings. At Calgary tomorrow, 8:30 here on Fox Sports Net. The Philadelphia Flyers on Sunday, 6:30 start from the Joe, and then versus Calgary again March the 3rd. And as we mentioned earlier, the Flames go into Denver tonight and shut out Colorado 2-0. So the Red Wings, with a victory tonight, can move even further ahead of the Avalanche. Bertuzzi knocked down in front of the goal. And there's going to be a penalty coming up here to Detroit for hooking.
Well, Bertuzzi taking advantage of his size and being on the off wing. Ray Whitney outside here is hanging on. Good penalty anytime somebody's going to go around you for a breakaway. You do what you can to prevent it. Ray Whitney gets the stick on Bertuzzi, and it's a good call.
Off the draw, it comes to Olin. His shot knocked down and wide. Deflected off a body in front, and Henrik Sedin couldn't bang it home. Daniel Sedin for Henrik. Back to the line to Olin. Quickly across Baumgartner. Good stop Legacy. Puck cleared and knocked away. Schneider was there to help. I should mention too, with that Calgary win tonight, they pull into 5th place with Dallas with 70 points, and Calgary was 8th coming into play tonight. So that's how big one win is here. Canucks need the points too to get closer to Denver. And this will be icing against Vancouver with the man advantage. And let's bring you up to date on the Western Conference standings. Mark Crawford obviously knows Colorado lost tonight and knows his team needs 2 points to see Vancouver 4th with 75 in the division, with Colorado sitting 2nd with 80. So the Red Wings of the win can move 3 points up on the Avalanche tonight for first in the West.
St. Louis sitting number 9. A little desperation play.
Shanahan shot off the draw, won by Yzerman, stopped by Cloutier.
Fire the coach. Not so sure that's the right thing, but maybe they feel they need some sort of reaction to make sure it's critical for them to make the playoffs, like any franchise.
Sent down the ice by Lidstrom. Cloutier leaving it there for Sopel. Fedor Fedorov taken away by Schneider and cleared. Cloutier coughed it up to Shanahan. Sharp angle, tried to bank one in off Cloutier. Fisher threw it back in for Shanahan. It took a good Canuck bounce that time. Ahead for Bertuzzi. Draper getting back on him. Bertuzzi busting by, leaving it there for Morrison. Hit hard by Fisher was Brendan Morrison. Fedor Fedorov to Baumgartner. Shot knocked down by Dandenault. Couldn't get it out. Morrison out of the air, held it in. In for Fedorov, too far. Fisher over there. Puck up high to the line. Draper's got it, shoves it ahead. Maltby in the clear, and just couldn't pick it up.
Red Wings in a bid for a 16th shorthanded goal. Olin into the Red Wing end. Matthias Olin across. Bertuzzi wide. Into the middle, knocked down. Ray Whitney out of the box. Sedin. Shot. Comes back to Olin. Canucks 0 for 2 on the power play. Henrik to Daniel. To Bertuzzi. Lifted it back to Olin. His shot. Legacy stopped that. Schneider. Fluttering puck to center. Knocked down by Olin. Matthew Schneider able to get it to Ray Whitney. Had no outlet. Chabarov sent it in. Brett Hall back. That pass a hard one to Rivers. No way he was going to pick that one up. Boy, Brett doesn't mess around even when you're a few feet away.
Pass like that's like trying to handle a grenade.
Off the skate of Hall from his own side of center. Allen touches that. Hockeytown Cafe offering a limited number of packages that include dinner and tickets to Red Wing home games this month, as well as March and April, plus free shuttle service to and from the Joe. For information, you can call 313-965-2222. The Hockeytown Cafe. Eat, drink, and live hockey.
Well, Detroit's defense now down to 5. Coach Barry Smith running the defense will have to scramble the combinations. Not a situation you want when you've got a back-to-back game.
Shanahan firing one wide. Fisher, the defenseman, moving up. Shanahan put it around for Zetterberg. Holmstrom behind the net. He's bumped. Brian Allen to center. Up with Linden and Tyler Bouck and Brandon Reed. And the whistle goes. And who's your pick for the McDonald's Player of the Game? Your choice, the first to match our selection, you win $25. McDonald's gift certificates, Fox Sportsnet apparel, chance at Red Wing playoff tickets are McDonald's Player of the Game. Draper's got a power play goal for the Red Wings. Mark Lamothe was our Player of the Game last evening in Edmonton. 1-0-1 as a starter in his NHL career. 1 win, 1 tie. That's pretty good.
Well, the question is, when's he going to see his next start?
That is a good question.
But that goes to show you, signed for depth, and it paid off for the Red Wings. You would assume that you wouldn't see a 4th goaltender coming into this season with Hasek's return. But you just never know how things are going to play out for you, and you have to be prepared.
And Mark Lamothe was the American Hockey League netminder of the year last year, and I asked him, you know, early on in the game, he juggled the puck a little bit. I said, was it butterfly? He said, no, not really. I just hadn't played in 2 weeks, and once I got into that groove, felt much better. Turns 30 on Friday. His family there to see his first start as a Red Wing. So nice story for Mark Lamothe.
Front page of the national newspaper. I don't think you're going to ask for things to turn out better. I guess the win would have been nice, but strong performance. He has to be happy with that.
Yeah, Red Wings were happy with that tie in Edmonton. Coming back, the Oilers a determined group. Here tonight, tied up with the Vancouver Canucks. They'll have their hands full with Calgary on Thursday here on Fox Sports Net. Knocked down at center, Datsuk up to Hall. Datsuk couldn't pick it up, it was knocked away from Hall, then Fedorov couldn't get through. Brett Hall in his own zone, whipping one across for Schneider. Long shot on Cloutier. Why not? Fisher. Tipped in by Holmstrom. Olin in his own zone. Baumgartner to Morrison. Into Bertuzzi. Shanahan staying with him. Shanahan bumping Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi still with it. Shanahan hounding him. Into the corner, Morrison. Daniel Sedin given a ride by Dandenong. They jam it up in the skates. It comes loose. Fisher meeting Morrison there. Dumps him, trips him, no call. Only got away with one there. Daniel Sedin in front of the goal. Shanahan's got Bertuzzi to Morrison. Good play by Fisher to stay with the former Wolverine. Legacy just picks it up with that blocker. Hangs on for a face-off. We'll be back in a moment.
Chevy. 10 new vehicles, 5 on the road right now. We're doing some amazing things with cars and trucks. Now do something amazing with your checkbook. Leave it at home. GM employees who are qualified lessees lease a Chevy Trailblazer 2-wheel drive LS for $284 a month with 0 down. Tax, title, and license extra. Residency restrictions apply. Call for important details. It's time to turn the key and start a revolution. See your Detroit area Chevy dealers today.
Hanging with my boys, no one to bother us. Lady Luck's on my side, I'm about to take the fellas for a ride. A little bluff here and a few white lies. You do what you got to take home the prize. Suckers.
Looking for a sure thing? Head to McDonald's for the crispy and spicy Mighty Wings or the famous double quarter pounder with cheese. Add a Coke and those fries you crave to make it a meal.
The Detroit Sports Report. The nightly newscast dedicated to your hometown teams, scores, interviews, and highlights. The Detroit Sports Report. Tonight after the game.
Where Detroit fans come first. Fox Sports Net.
Fox Sports Net presents CCHA Hockey. The Wildcats go bowling for a victory against the Falcons to improve their chances for home ice in the CCHA playoffs. Northern Michigan, Bowling Green. Saturday at 7:30 on Fox Sports Net.
Brandon Reed, who's idle with Steve Eisenman, will take this draw against Chris Draper. Draper got it from him. Schneider around for Thomas. Baumgartner moved it ahead for Reed. McCarty checking him. Schneider behind the goal. Hit hard by Linden. Reed's got it. In front of the net. Legacy 2 stops. Rebound cleared. Penalty coming up here to Detroit. Delayed call, Linden. Spinning back. Top of the circle. 20 feet out. Into the middle, back to Baumgartner. Net empty. Vancouver. Tipped in front of the goal. And touched by Schneider.
Nice sticking call. Matthew Schneider on the way to the box. And Vancouver's had some sustained pressure. Manny Legacy tested right there. Brad May have an opportunity to couple of whacks. May once again in front of the net. Matthew Schneider going off, and Vancouver have really caught fire the last few shifts. Putting the Wings back on their heels.
Third power play try for the Canucks. Olin to Daniel Sedin, fires, deflected wide. Shanahan got it to center. Eisenman chasing Matthias Olin. Former 13th overall pick of Vancouver. Olin back in '94. Sedin offside at the line. Vancouver a little over anxious. There's Daniel Sedin, the 2-goal shooter in his 4th season, the 2nd overall pick in '99. One of 3 deals to draft the Twins Brian Burke made. There's his first goal. There was the second.
Quick release both times. Well, the first one was a redirected play, but the element of surprise. Both shots, Manny Legacy was unable to get set up for.
Daniel Sedin has now matched his total in goals from last season when he had 14. And way past that in points. He had 31 last year. He's got 44 now. Morrison. Round for Bertuzzi. To the point to Olin. Quickly across Sopel. For Fedorov. Olin to Sopel. Toward the goal. Tipped and wide. Morrison for Bertuzzi. To Fedorov. Mishandled. Regains. Lost it to Draper. Here's Maltby. Lidstrom joining. Maltby couldn't get him the puck. Fedorov recovered. And broke his stick. You see, there's the composite again. You go to shoot it in, the thing just snaps in half. Give me wood any day.
We got to get into stick business. Teams must go through twice as many sticks now as they did before when they used the wood.
Well, that's what he gets for messing with John Keating in an interview. See?
Was he down there sawing on his stick?
Maybe. Maybe Keating was chopping on it. Looks good on him. Back to the line. Cross to Salo.
Can't shoot it. Baumgartner. Back to Salo. Firing. Oh, good stop by Legacy. They call Salo to finish McInnes. He's got a good shot. And Legacy with a good save. Penalty over Schneider out of the box. Zetterberg carries up another broken composite. This time, the Canucks Linden without one. Fisher shooting. Rebound Fisher. Kuche diving. He grabs it and hangs on.
Oh, seeing from Fisher on that play what we've seen from him all night. Willingness to jump on the play at the right time. Gets a tremendous shot off and follows it through. And Dave Lewis was happy with his play last night. He's going to be just as happy with his play this evening. And see Yuri Fisher come on like he has in the past, and it's a case of exerting himself. Confidence comes like Chris Draper. Boy, good things happen when you take charge in your game.
When you're a young kid and miss a season due to the knee injury that Yuri Fisher did a year ago, oh boy, it takes you a while to get back into a groove. It usually takes about a year. Remember all the injuries that Pavel Bure had in the knee surgeries. It takes a good year before you're back to where you should be.
Hopefully for Darian Hatcher, it'll be a bit quicker for him.
Well, he looks great in practice. Malik, his shot, Legacy the save. Rebound out front, Dandino to clear it away. Zabarov shot whistled wide. Merrick Malik missed the target. Mike Keane out of the corner to the middle. Turning around. Legacy, good stop on Keane. Shanahan to center. Holmstrom for Yzerman. Somehow he got it. Yzerman spinning back. Tried the pass for Schneider. Didn't work. Morrison's away. Yzerman playing defense for Schneider. Flick pass to Keane. Missed the goal. Steve Yzerman says, I'll gladly take the icing, but they wave it off. Olin behind the goal. Whitney steals. Side of the goal. That nearly hit Sopel and went past Kuche. Now Bertuzzi with Brad May. May in. Side of the goal. Off the back of the net. Lidstrom for Fisher. Good feed to Whitney. To Brett Hall. His shot, that broke Olin's stick in half. Front of the goal, just wide of the net. That's 3 sticks in 3 minutes. The Vancouver Canucks have snapped in half. We'll be back.
Chevy. 10 new vehicles, 5 on the road right now. We're doing some amazing things with cars and trucks. Now do something amazing with your checkbook. Leave it at home. GM employees who are qualified lessees lease a Chevy Trailblazer 2-wheel drive LS for $284 a month with 0 down. Tax, title, and license extra. Residency restrictions apply. Call for important details. It's time to turn the key and start a revolution. See your Detroit area Chevy dealers today.
What makes Bell Tire people happy?
Easy.
Yeah, it's easy for us to make customers happy.
If I don't have the right tire for your car, they don't make it.
We have all the best brands at the lowest prices.
I get to work with the best equipment, so you get the job done right.
Custom wheels? We've got more of what you're looking for.
In service, air conditioning, cooling systems, shocks, struts, and more. We've got it all, plus...
The best people, trust me, will make you happy you came in.
That's a promise.
Bell Tire. Bring it, check it, bring it. You're in Motor City, now we're gonna chew you up. The play's going down, you better check your cup. What? You are, yeah, you felt that one, huh? Billups, Hall, and Dimitri too. They'll beat you down and then we're coming for you. You are, I can hear your mama calling for the Detroit Strong. For the Detroit Strong, this is our song. Sing it, come on. You are, in our house.
And I'm proud to say I'm sitting next to a man, Larry Murphy, a future Hall of Famer who went his entire career using a wood stick.
You'd never liked the feel of the composite material and reliability. It's for a defenseman too. That's critical. Last thing you want to do in your own end is have your stick break on you, because it's a big part of defense is using your stick.
Zabarov carries in. Shot whistled wide by Rutu. Sopel held it in behind the goal. Lidstrom over for Whitney. Sopel beat him to the puck. Zabarov met there by Lidstrom. Rocco Rutu. Back to Sopel. Legacy the save. Lidstrom the clear.
Chabarov in front of the goal. Linden firing, knocked down. Datsuk clears it out of harm's way. A reach for the puck by Sopel, so no icing. So you tried the composite in practice, but that was it, right?
Just never liked the feel of it. Never saw any need. I was happy with what I had, so I tried it for the sake of trying it, and I stayed with what I had.
You did well with it. Henrik Sedin to Daniel. Out there along with Fedor Fedorov. Daniel Sedin, Schneider met him. Draper's away. Back to Maltby. Up with McCarty. So the grind line together on this shift. The other grind line, I guess. Schneider for Maltby. Good pass. Maltby sends it deep. Didn't like the hit he took there from Daniel Sedin. They shove one another in front of the benches. To center, Brad May with some room. Danino getting back. Danino muscling May, sending him in behind the goal. May stayed with it. Merrick Malik, good spin to the middle. Backhand shot in front, knocked down by Lidstrom. Brendan Shanahan waits for help. Had Lidstrom going, didn't see him in behind. Slipped it to the line, May's got it. Brad May sends one down the ice, and this will be icing against Vancouver. Our next game will come your way from the Saddle Dome in Calgary. Coverage begins 8:30 Thursday night here on Fox Sports Net, the only sports network where Detroit fans come first. The Red Wings and those red-hot Flames and Jerome McGinley picked up an assist tonight. Kiprusoff with a shutout, a 2-0 win in Colorado.
It's not going to get any easier this road trip for Detroit, and right now the pace that Vancouver's putting on them, there'll be some tired people after the end of this one.
Well, it's a good thing that Calgary at least has some travel involved, at least tonight, although both teams with a day off tomorrow for a meeting on Thursday.
Well received by Dave Lewis and the group. They're down to 5 defensemen, and that's what wears out defensemen the most, is when the play is sustained pressure in your own end. You end up running around, covering men. It's much easier to play defense when the puck's in the other zone. You basically stand on the blue line and wait.
Chris Chelios gone with a bruised shoulder in the second period, and he will not return tonight. Bertuzzi with a good pass. Here's Daniel Sedin. Daniel Sedin, nice move to the goal, scores! Oh, what a pretty goal by Daniel Sedin. His first career hat trick, and it's 3-2 Vancouver.
Well, he did it in style. What a tremendous move on his off wing. Slides the puck under Fisher's stick, gets a hold of it, and throws it up. Right there, brings it back to his forehand, and that is a tremendous goal. That's somebody playing with a lot of confidence.
The hats are littering the ice here at GM Place. Manny Legacy went down early, and Daniel Sedin took advantage of that to roof it.
That's what tremendous play is, when he gets in that tight to the goaltender. He will go down. That's somebody playing with a lot of confidence. Talking about Chris Draper earlier on, scoring goals. Well, Daniel Sedin tonight is brimming with it after scoring 2, and that's a bold move coming down his off wing. Tremendous play.
His first career hat trick, and we've talked about it, how the Sedins have, since Christmas, Daniel now with 27 points since Christmas. That's way above what the other big scorers have done for the Vancouver Canucks, and really the Sedins somewhat quietly, because they take a lot of heat. You see Daniel with 8 goals now his last 9 games. Have really performed well for the Canucks, and in the absence of a guy like Naslund, Vancouver's just been waiting for somebody to step forward, and these two have done a nice job.
Naslund out, Filahowski out.
Henrik Sedin and Bertuzzi assisting at 13:02. Legacy's down.
A lot of speed on that off wing, comes in. He really did not have a lot of options there. Yuri Fisher's all over him, but manages to stay with the puck, and nice touch, getting it in tight. That's a difficult play. You've got a big man like Yuri Fisher on you to be able to get your stick on the puck and get it up. Legacy playing the percentages, covering down low. But Vancouver in this period has really caught fire.
Vancouver had led 1-0 on Sedin's first of the night in the first. Zetterberg tied it. Chris Draper gave the Red Wings the lead. Daniel Sedin tied it. And now he's untied it. All three for Vancouver. Zetterberg and Draper on the power play for the Red Wings. All of Sedin's goals have come at even strength. Datsuk flying through. Here he comes, shooting high and wide. Now the Red Wings came back last night with one late in the third to tie Edmonton. Can they get one here tonight? Come back and get even with the Canucks. Fedorov put it toward the goal. He has it again. Cleared by Lidstrom, no icing. Olin back to get it, it was deflected. Fans wanted an icing call. Trevor Linden, knocked down by Rivers. Olin back to pick it up. Sopel got it to center. Rivers for Dandenault. Shanahan. Got it outside the line. Daniel Sedin couldn't bring it back in, but it's been his night tonight.
Chevy. 10 new vehicles, 5 on the road right now. We're doing some amazing things with cars and trucks. Now do something amazing with your checkbook. Leave it at home. GM employees who are qualified lessees lease a Chevy Trailblazer 2-wheel drive LS for $284 a month with 0 down. Tax, title, and license extra. Residency restrictions apply. Call for important details. It's time to turn the key and start a revolution. See your Detroit area Chevy dealers today.
Now you came here to escape civilization. Your cell phones won't work here, and most importantly at all, we're all gonna die!
From the warped minds who brought you Super Troopers, Broken Lizards Club Dread, rated R.
Starts Friday.
What? Hey! What are you doing up? Why are you looking at me like that? You don't think this is mine, do you? It's Rick's. You know, he loves flavor. He's Mr. Cold Filtered. He's into smoothness. Okay, here's the thing. I have a chance to be really happy with my beer, and I'm taking it. I'm just a man.
Our game summary brought to you by Chevy. Daniel Sedin, his first career hat trick. Zetterberg and Draper power play goals for the Red Wings, and Chris Chelios left in the second period with a bruised shoulder. And if it's just bruised, that'll be good news. You got a shot there, Zetterberg. He's growing that beard again. I asked him about it. He said it's all about luck. You got to do what you got to do. When he shaved it off, he went into that mini slump. So when he came back, he had the beard and he was going like gangbusters.
Well, he scored tonight. He's definitely not going to shave after the game.
Morrison shot wide. Bertuzzi fires. That missed everything. Baumgartner. Bertuzzi back of the net. Out front. Fed it across. Legacy. Big stop on the former Michigan Wolverine, Brendan Morrison.
Well, Brendan Morrison had an opportunity to salt this one away. Todd Bertuzzi, boy, the third period he has come with fire. Has one assist to show for, but right here gets position on Dandenault, and this is what he does so well. Protects the puck, and behind the back pass to Brendan Morrison, and boy, that could have been the last nail needed.
Each team has won on home ice in this season series. Canucks won 5-1 here last time in. They lead 3-2 under 5 to go. They'll meet again 11 nights from now at the Joe. Brad May, two-line pass, offside, proceeding the puck over center.
Dave Lewis now going to have to press a bit harder. Defense corps have been under pressure all this period, but he needs them now to get involved in the offense. Puck in on wraparounds. Mark Crawford has to be very pleased with the turn of events for his team, and Daniel Sedin answering the challenge.
And Vancouver has just won 3 on home ice their last 13 games. And Crawford would love a win here. They've won just 14 of their last 47 in regulation time. So they've been on a slump last few months.
Well, intensity has been an issue for this team, and they've definitely shown it tonight, though, the Canucks.
Paul sent it wide. Whitney with Datsuk. Schneider, sharp angle. Cloutier knocked it away. And to center comes Keane. Henrik Sedin in there with Schneider. And boy, is Henrik given a ride by Matthew Schneider. Pavel Datsuk. Kicking at it, came loose, Daniel Sedin, at the goal post. Oh, Sedin, that was a tricky backhander. Rattled it off the iron at the junction of the bar and post. And nearly at his 4th.
Brimming with confidence. What a shot, a backhand.
Here's Bertuzzi. Legacy out to stop that. Yes, you say brimming and rimming right there with confidence.
Gets the puck in front of him. Anytime for a goaltender, it's so difficult, a backhand shot to handle, because the way it comes off the blade, it's not the same as the forehand. That was a quick release on a backhand. You don't see that too often.
Not since Dave Keon.
67 the last year, Maple Leafs won the cup.
Bertuzzi popped it up to Zetterberg, to Holmstrom. Back for Zetterberg, skate to stick, carries in, drops back, Shanahan, fires, just missed. Loose puck gobbled up. Here's Shanahan, another try. Holmstrom being mugged, Malik throws him into Cloutier. Ruutu at center. Canucks change on the fly. Red Wings do too. Under 3 to go. Dandenong. Draper way offside, picked off by Allen though. Knocked down to the ice by Yzerman. Yzerman's got it again, nobody there. He sent one across, but Maltby in the left wing position, backing up, popped up. Draper in front, Yzerman just missed. As Draper tried to feed him for a tap-in. Daniel Sedin. And that's called offside. Time now for our check of the game, brought to you by Standard Federal.
Oh, Yuri Fisher using his muscle on Sedin. Seemed to slow down Daniel Sedin though, but good strong play out of Yuri Fisher. Played quite well this evening.
Oland taken away by Hall. Cleared off the skate of Ruutu. Kicked at by Schneider. Oland's got it. Into the middle for Linden. The shot. And that missed. Lidstrom waits. Datsuk to Schneider. Across center and in it goes. Under 2 to go here in the 3rd. Oland. Linden cleared it to center. Lidstrom knocked it down. Got help from Ray Whitney. Nicholas Lidstrom's got it again. Into Pavel Datsuk, one-on-one. Datsuk turned back by Sopel. Slashed at him a few times. Comes around to Hall. Sent it to the line, but the Red Wings are changing. Nobody there. Just anticipation by Brett. Dandenong coming off the bench in a change was nowhere near able to accept that. Daniel Sedin's shot went off Datsuk. Ryan Allen. Draper nearly stole it. Here he comes with speed on Salo. Nobody with him. Draper sent it around to Hull. The other way, Zetterberg coming up. Sent it to the other side. Empty net. Legacy's gone to the bench. 6 attackers for the Red Wings. Draper, Shanahan. Ryan Allen trying to freeze it. Shanahan got it. Front of the goal. Nobody there though. There were 3 behind the net. Cleared out. Fisher has it. Fisher for Draper. Got it ahead to Brett Hull. Looked into the middle, but off the skate on a dangerous play at the line. Empty net, Daniel Sedin with 3. Make it 4.
Daniel Sedin 4, the Red Wings 2.
Well, this is a night he will not forget in his career. One-man show, 4 goals, Daniel Sedin. Red Wings unable to get the puck in deep, turnover, takes advantage, jumps on that loose puck, and it's all she wrote. Well, there's an easy pick right there, Ken.
And no doubt Daniel Sedin, our McDonald's player of the game. Join us Thursday night to see if you guessed Daniel Sedin to win the boatload of prizes. Here comes Brad May in, and that went wide. So Daniel Sedin with the Canucks' first 4-goal game since Marcus Naslund did it against his former club, the Penguins, back in '03. Zetterberg with a try for his second of the night, stopped by Kluche. Loose side of the goal, cleared away by Baumgartner. 5 seconds left. And the Red Wings' unbeaten streak at 4 comes to a close. The Canucks win their first in 3 and have a 2-1 series lead with a 4-2 victory.
Well earned. Vancouver, third period, took over the game. Red Wings back-to-back. Really in a tough spot, playing on their heels.
So the Canucks win at 4-2 on a big night from Daniel Sedin. We'll get you again from Calgary Thursday, but now to the Fox Sportsnet studios and Angie and Mickey.
Now, from our Fox Sports studios, sit back and get ready to rock Fox style with attitude.
No matter who you're rooting for, it doesn't get any better than this, a competitive local matchup in Ann Arbor.
How sweet it is. Sweet Lou's back. He's hoping to form another successful double play combination with Tram. Ryan Field goes one-on-one with Lou Whitaker.
Where there's a will, there's a way. The longtime Pistons scout and basketball legend is a master at spotting talent. We pay tribute to Will Robinson's talent in part 1 of our profile. Wake up! The show is about to start. Angie Mentig along with Mickey York. Don't nod off. You might miss something good, and that goes for you, too.
As the kids say, Angie, it's all good, and that includes our Wings post-game coverage. Ken and Larry coming right back to wrap up the Wings and Canucks, but we start with the Spartans and Wolverines. You know, Big Ten titles and big dances are things sports geeks like myself like to talk about, but when it comes to Michigan and Michigan State, they just want to beat each other's brains out. The sports geeks will sort out what it all means after it's over. The Maze Ridge was crazy tonight, and here's why. Look at Chris Hunter. The great save to Petaway, and he racks it up. Michigan up by 9 at that point. But you can make it 12 after the Hunter 3. Michigan's biggest lead of the game at 52-40. But here come the Spartans. Off the Allen Anderson miss. Paul Davis will follow. Then it's Hill to Davis. He be jamming again. We're tied at 59. Then a cold front blows over the Wolverines. Deion Harris? No. Harris for 3? Still not working. Bernard Robinson Jr. Iron. Daniel Horton? Where did the bucket go? Michigan goes 7-0-2 without a field goal. Yawn. Still, it was a 2-point game with 44 seconds left until Hill hit the deep 3 to ice it. 72-69. MSU comes back to win it. Michigan State sweeps the Wolverines. Courtney Sims led Michigan with a career-high 19 points. Hill had 19 and Torb with 18 to pace the Spartans. MSU has now beat Michigan in 10 of the last 11 meetings between the two. Big win for the Spartans, another tough one for the Wolverines.
I was really proud of our team for the effort, the intensity. I thought we played with a lot of passion and heart, and I thought we had a tremendous crowd, and I was disappointed for all of our Michigan people because we really worked hard and prepared for this.
We've had to be on top of our game since in November, and not many teams have had to do that on a steady basis, you know. And I keep going back to, you know, some of our average games were at DePaul and Penn. I mean, those teams might be in the NCAA tournament, and that made it difficult.
Michigan and Michigan State, the only game going in the Big Ten tonight, and here's what it means. With the win, Michigan State moves a game ahead of Illinois for the Big Ten lead. Michigan falls back to a game under 500 in the conference, but more importantly, they fall to 15-9 overall. There may not be enough wins left in the season to qualify them for the tournament.
All right, for all of you who have coworkers or family members that have been rubbing it in that they were going down to Lakeland for spring training, I give you this. It's raining down there. Yep, pouring actually. Today was the first full squad workout, only they couldn't get a whole lot in. The afternoon showers forced the Tigers inside, and while it's not exactly the start Alan Trammell wanted, hey, at least they've begun.
Well, to be honest with you, I've been around long enough to know that there's nothing you can do about it. You know, you keep your fingers crossed, and you know, I've been down in Florida many years where sometimes, every so often, a storm like that will just pass by. You get lucky, but it's very obvious that we didn't get lucky today. And you know what? You know, as much as everybody would like to be out here, there's nothing we can do. So we'll adjust. And if we don't get much done today, we'll just start up tomorrow.
I would have liked to keep going. You know, I was getting excited, getting into taking the ground balls, but we'll go with the flow. Mother Nature can't control it, and we'll see what happens.
Stay excited. Tonight's Ivor Survey brought to you by Fox Sports Net and the Detroit News. What is the biggest thing Pudge Rodriguez brings to the Tigers? Log on to foxsports.com, keyword Detroit results at the end of the show. Lou Whitaker's chemistry with Alan Trammell was legendary back in the day. Tram and Lou are working together again. Ryan Field goes one-on-one with Sweet Lou a little later.
As the Redskins continue to talk about the possibility of trading Champ Bailey, the possibility that he could end up in Detroit is pretty much over. Washington's director of player personnel, Vinny Serrato, says the Lions have dropped out of the picture. Several teams have entered bidding for Bailey, with the Jets offering 3 veteran players, including defensive end Sean Ellis and tight end Anthony Beck. The Bears and Cardinals are also talking to the Redskins about a possible deal. A deal, however, cannot be consummated until the offseason trading and free agency signing period begins on March 3rd.
A long and storied basketball career produced a lot of wonderful memories for Will Robinson. But to get where he is, Robinson had to break down many color barriers. Part 1 of our profile coming up later.
Could this be the start of something big for the Pistons? They've got a stretch of very winnable games coming up. It starts with tomorrow night's clash in Chicago. A preview is next.
And a little later on, we open up a serious can of whoop-ass. You want hockey fights? You'll get the best knockdown, drag-em-outs of the week. But first, the Wings have been almost unbeatable at home this season, racking up a league-best 23-5-3 record at the Joe. Away from home, not so good, just a game over 500. They got a nice start to the road trip last night, pulling out a tie in Edmonton. Next stop, Vancouver. That's where Ken Daniels and Larry...
Thank you. Here from Vancouver, it was a 4-2 Vancouver Canucks victory. Daniel Sedin, the story, he made it 1-0, and then Henrik Zetterberg in a power play goal ties it in the first at 1.
Well, both periods ended in a tie. The Wings battled right through the first and second period, but
Draper had scored, and then Daniel Sedin ties it up at 2 again, and here's the eventual winning goal. A hat-trick goal for Daniel Sedin going wide on Fisher. They littered the ice here. Daniel Sedin's first career hat-trick, and then he hits one into the empty net just for good measure. A 4-goal game for Daniel Sedin, and it was a costly game for the Red Wings. Chris Chelios goes down with the bruised shoulder.
Well, they're very concerned long-term and also going into Calgary.